Round one, fight!
Welcome to a very special occasion. I got some breaking news here of what we're here to celebrate. It was just reported recently that the federales down in Mexico that they just arrested El Chapo's son, Ovidio Guzman Lopez. So currently, violence is erupting in the street, and there's a $5 million reward for the whereabouts and capture of his 5 other children. So. Yay! Welcome to Tournament Fights. This is episode 100. This is a big milestone for us. So we're doing a special episode. It's going to be the very first 64 unique movies to ever win a tournament. So every single movie on this list has won a tournament before, and there'll be some good ones, some not so good ones, some mediocre ones. Because if you remember, if you've watched before, there are some tournaments like worst movie of all time, most overrated movie, some of our favorite movies that maybe you might agree or disagree with, some of those things. And we had some episodes that kind of went a little off the rails. So it'll be a fun one tonight, though. So I'm very interested. I have not seen the bracket. Austin made it, so it'll be a surprise for me. And also, I'm your host, as always, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson. And no, despite my shirt, I'm not going to be playing a bunch of Billy Madison clips tonight. I'll hold off on those. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll introduce our guests for tonight. We have my co-host, Austin Pez Howell. How's it going? Yeah, right. We should have brought our little little popper, that party popper.
Yeah. I don't want to make a mess in my house. No, but it's a good day. It's 100. I figured if I did the averages, that we go anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. Usually we've done 350 hours of tournaments, and and that doesn't even include some of our other oddball ones. So and if you do that by days, we've done 14 straight days worth of tournaments.
Oh man,
so you
14
can put
straight days.
So you can put the channel on for 2 weeks straight and just let it run. All
nice.
kinds of tournaments.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. If anyone wants to do that, that'll help us get some views. So feel free. Yeah. But yeah, we also have joining us. I had to make sure that I had him. It wouldn't be a true 100 celebration without the person who I started this thing from the beginning, the Chris Scott, the Casablanca kid. Hey,
what's up, buddy? Dude,
yeah.
I'm really excited, man, to be here from the very beginning, like you said. I remember when you kind of started this, and we had shows like 1v 100. We had shows like Blind Spots where we talked about different movies, and then we slowly, of course, incorporated this, and Austin Pez Howell eventually joined in the fun. I don't think it was that long into it either.
It wasn't that long into it, but it just came on from Jordan posting that he needed somebody to do the SNL show with, and they kind of ran from there. And then I came in with like 3 pages of notes for that episode, and was organized and spoke well.
Like, wow, this guy's really prepared.
And so I got on
a few of the sentences.
Yeah, and I just did some of the other tier anchors and stuff, and then eventually he's like, "Hey, this guy's seen a lot of movies. Maybe I should just like add him to the regulars." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's been a lot of fun, man, and I'm excited that this is 100. It's crazy, man, because I look back on like some of my Facebook memories that come up. It talks about like, oh, we're talking about the first time we're going live for Blind Spots and stuff. And I'm like, holy shit, that doesn't feel real.
Yeah. Actually, technically, I need to see if I can get them back. I think either 2 or 3 episodes of Blind Spots are over on another channel. Actually, I started doing it on this other show that I did. It was a Media Sweaties Network, and I did a show called Get Sweaty over there with the good friend Ben Rayner, who recently passed away. So thoughts and prayers to his family. He was a great friend and a great guy. Like
Well,
a lot
you
of
know
fun
what?
over there.
And Rainer, this 100th episode is dedicated to you, sir.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're a big part of the Shimodown community and a big part of the Shimodown friends. Even John Campion mentioned something because he used to do super chat him a lot and mentioned, thoughts and prayers to him. So
Yeah.
Ben, this one's for you, Ben.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, and he appeared on I think at least 2 episodes, maybe even 3, something like that, of this show. So yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, so it was a fun time. So yeah, but eventually I need to reach out to a friend of the show, Matt Majot has access to that channel. If you ever hear this, Matt, I need my blind spots episodes back. If you can give them to me, but
Hey,
but anyway,
and we need to get the woman who does the movie stuff onto one of these episodes too.
Which one is that?
Who does like the thing before the movies when you go to the movies?
Oh yeah. I was telling Chris that I was talking to Hal Rudnick once, and he's like, I know quite a bit of people. I could probably get you some guests. And then he mentioned Maria Menounos, the one that did before the movie stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
like that would be incredible to get freaking Maria Menounos on this. So I guess he knows her. So
yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe by episode 200, maybe.
Bro, she does like red carpets, so good luck.
I know, yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but we also have all of our partners that are official partners in the channel. So I'll introduce another one that was the next one to come on board with us. We have Mr. Jacob Barber. How's it going?
What's up, Jacob?
It is going. Happy to be here. Don't mind me. I'm just eating my dinner.
No,
That's all right.
That's what happens when you live on the West Coast and we do these shows, to fit in with other time zones. So it's not like super late, but
yeah.
Good old meat stick.
Nice.
There you go.
Can't go wrong with the good old meat stick.
Also, I can't wait for Norbit to win this whole thing.
Hey,
yeah. That's right. It is on here. Yep. And then we also have our I guess you'd say 5th partner in the channel if you include myself. We have Malcolm Lay. How's it going, Malcolm?
What's up, buddy?
It's going good. Sometimes I feel like an idiot, but I am an idiot, so it kind of works out.
I didn't say it.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to have this idiot on the show with us, right?
Yeah.
I just thought I'd do something that's not like me and quote Billy Madison. So.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well.
Wow. Yeah. Did that hurt a little bit, Malcolm?
Yeah. Well, we also have one of the guys that became one of our first regulars on the show that's appeared quite a bit. That I think might remember some of these movies actually winning. We have Mr. Stephen Shepard. How's it going, Stephen?
Yeah. Hey. Celebrating by just eating some popcorn.
There you go.
Nice. It's a good way to celebrate. Actually, I have some popcorn over there. I might pull it out later. It's one I was saving for a snack hero, but I've got plenty of snacks. So, but yeah. So that'll be our crew for tonight. And shout out to a couple people in the chat. My friend April is always tuning in. Just saying hi. And then. And then Brian, you are correct. Billy Madison was the last.
It just slid in. It took the spot of Killers of the Flower Moon because that movie didn't come out.
Why couldn't that movie
in there
come out?
At the last minute? It slid in there as number 64. So just made it under the wire. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, but we can go ahead and we can get started. So Austin, you want to break it down how it's going to work, and I'll break it back in a minute.
Yeah, you have to share my screen for that. I'm the bracket master this evening. Got it ready to go. I'll randomize, spun that wheel, and we'll get it going here. But yeah, this is the 100th episode. So we took the previous 64 unique winners, because obviously we've had multi-time winners here and there. The first 64 unique things that have won any of the movie tournaments, not any of our movie character tournaments or anything like that, or TV stuff. We didn't include any of those, just our strictly movie ones. But as Jordan said, we've got some bangers in here, some great movies. We got some not so great movies. We got some anarchy pick movies. We got some crazy mediocre movies, whatever, all kinds of good stuff as we reveal. So, so yeah, we'll see.
We are nothing but serious on this show.
Yeah,
okay?
So serious,
right?
all the time.
So yeah, anything could happen here. Every one of these movies has won before, so that whole thing we talk about sometimes of we see that one all the time. Well, yeah, we see these movies all the time because a lot of these have won, and some of them multiple times. So that'll be the case. I will be revealing. As the movies pop up, what they won, at least initially. And then a few of them won multiple times. I didn't write down every single time they won what they are. We can try to remember a guess, but I've got at least the ones they initially won. And then I have all the ones that have won multiple times and how many they have won. So if I want to go around the horn really quick, does anybody want to make guesses as the 2 movies that have won the most times? We have 2 3-time winners. So if anybody wants to put in their guesses before we get going, and I'll confirm as they come up who got them right. So Jacob, any guesses? So which 2 have won 3 times?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna say.
It'd just be for bragging rights. If anybody gets it exactly right.
I'm gonna say Aliens and The Godfather.
Okay. Steven, any guesses?
I'll guess Back to the Future.
Okay.
And this is probably wrong, but I'm going to go with it. Pulp Fiction.
Okay. That's a good guess. Malcolm?
I'm going to guess Back to the Future and Logan.
Logan, okay. And Chris, any guesses as to which 2 have won the most times?
I'm gonna go with Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I don't think that's won any of them, but if you want to guess again.
Yeah.
So trying to think. God, I'm gonna go with John Wick,
Okay. That's a fun one.
and I'm gonna go with Ghostbusters. Very
Okay.
first one.
Fair enough. And Jordan, any guesses from you? I know, of course, I've got all the info right here, but I'll let you get your last guesses.
Let's see. I know something to go with the same thing Steven said because that sounds about right. But maybe I'll say Back to the Future and Infinity War.
Okay. All right. The guesses are in. We'll see if anybody got them right. But other than that, yeah, I'll reveal that information as we go. And all you got to do, Jordan, is slide us over. Let's bring up that bracket, and we'll get things going here. All right.
Let's do it.
Everybody ready? So we'll start at the bottom. Stephen will be first as we get going. Let me write that down on my little paper here, my little vote counter here.
Oh,
I have the order.
And also, Ryan has
Park and Truman show. Okay.
Yeah, it's Park and Truman.
Hey, good guesses. All right.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll go from there. So here we go. Let's pull up my bracket, and we'll reveal the very first matchup of our 100th episode. We've got The Wedding Singer versus 1917. And the Wedding Singer won one of our rom-com parts 1, 2, and 3. So won one of those. And 1917 won our Best of 2019 tournament. So there you go.
That's right.
All right. So The Wedding Singer versus 1917. Steven.
I like The Wedding Singer, but 1917 is clearly the better movie, so I'll go with 1917.
Okay.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like both of these movies, but I'm going to go for the one I would rewatch more, and that's The Wedding Singer.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Chris.
Both of these are great movies, but I'm gonna go with the logic as well. I mean, like 1917 is a great movie, but it's hard to watch. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with The Wedding Singer. A little more lighthearted, but it has kind of everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Jacob.
So what does it say about me that I'd rather rewatch 1917 than The Wedding Singer?
Yeah.
All right.
I think both are good movies, but 1917 is just like a technical masterpiece on top of everything else it's got going for it. So I'll go with 1917.
I'd rather watch 1917 as well.
Yep. Well, Austin.
Yeah, I think Wedding Singer's okay. I've only seen it 2 or 3 times. It's not one I go back to a lot for Adam Sandler. So I'm going to go with 1917 because it looks great on my TV.
Yeah.
Oh, is it in 4K?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'd go with 1917 just because, like, I'll go back to it way more times, and yeah, it looks great on a huge TV. Looks even better in the theater. I'm glad I got to see it in the theater. It's a movie that's made for that, and just like it's a technical like masterpiece.
Can
like,
I
the way
change
that-
my vote,
that-
even
that's
though I know
shot.
what's going through?
You
I'll go with
can change it if you want,
1917.
as long as it hasn't gone through. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1917 rocks. So, and it's a great movie about World War One, which you don't see like too many movies about World War One. So
It's making a comeback. That All Quiet on the Western Front movie is great on Netflix.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I highly recommend.
I need to watch that.
So
I know, same.
All
'cause
right,
I love that book so
1917.
much.
It's our first one to make it out of the first round here as we scoot down. Our next matchup, The Hangover versus The Truman Show.
Mm.
And The Hangover won one of our one crazy night tournaments. I would say there was multiple ones. So one of our one crazy night tournaments, and The Truman Show won Steven Shepard's original 64, among other things, and is one of our top 2 winners at 3 wins. The Truman Show.
Wow.
So nobody.
Brian
Brian Nussbaum guessed one of them as the
Yeah.
Truman Show is a 3-time winner, one of our 2 3-time winners. So it's a heavy favorite on tournament fights.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So all right, we'll start with Malcolm here.
Yeah, I love The Hangover, but Truman Show is probably going to end up in my 128. I'm still sort of rewatching some movies and formatting it, but Truman Show.
Yeah. Well, Chris.
I didn't love The Truman Show. I think The Truman Show is a good movie, but I don't think it's the greatest movie ever made. I know that's a very hot take, but of course that's coming from Casablanca Kid. I'm kind of known for those things.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with The Hangover.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Jacob.
Jacob.
The Truman Show's one more, so let's go with The Hangover.
Sure. Yeah.
I knew I'd be able to use it.
Yeah. We can do it. We'll use the unique thing in a roundabout way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Jacob on this one. I normally would probably pick The Truman Show, but it's been showered with praise on the show, and I love a good one crazy night movie and hangovers. I think it's almost gotten to the point where it's so good it's underrated because people kind of think it's overrated, but it's really not. It's still good every time I watch it. So I'm actually
I need to
gonna go with
rewatch
The
it
Hangover.
every
Yeah, it's
season
really good.
forever.
I'm gonna go with The Hangover. This time.
Yeah. We can go ahead.
I'm ordering a 1917 on 4K. Just ordered it right now.
There you go.
Oh, nice. There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah.
It's a good pick.
Well, I'm actually not a big fan of The Hangover. Like I don't even really like that movie. All that much doesn't really do anything for me. I know that for that episode we had Moose on the show, and he was a big fan of it, so I know he was going pretty hard for it. But The Hangover, I remember that I bought it. I went and I watched it, and I'm like that wasn't really that great. I'm like, I don't see all the hype. Then I went back to my local store. We had the store used to be around called Hastings that went out of business. It was a great place to get used movies and stuff. And I traded it in for a different movie. But so I'm gonna go with The Truman Show because it's awesome and it gets better every time I watch it. So.
Okay. Go to Steven.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Oh, well, he knows. He was waiting to say that. I think he knows that.
Maybe I shouldn't be eating popcorn while I'm doing this.
Just trying to clear a popcorn kernel. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Since it won my episode, I'll go with The Truman Show.
Okay, that's fair logic. Well, with that, we have our first tie of the evening, and Steven, well, it's the first to you for the tiebreaker, so you gonna stick with it?
Yep, I'll stick with The Truman
All right. Okay, fair enough.
All right.
All right, he sticks with the Truman Show, and we'll scoot it on down.
We'll see if it wins a fourth time.
We've got An American Tail, Five Will Goes West versus What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh,
Ew.
yeah.
So, What We Do in the Shadows won one of Jordan's 128 tournaments,
Mm.
and American Tail, Five Will Goes West won one of Brian Nussbaum's 128 tournaments. So,
Okay. Nice.
yeah, so 2 128 picks right there, and we'll go to Chris first.
I'm An American Tale of Five Goes West.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Well, Jacob.
Yeah, I still have not seen What We Do in the Shadows. Even though it gets brought up a lot, and it's probably going to be brought up a lot more in future tournaments as well. So,
Better get on that.
maybe one of my goals this year is to finally watch it. But
Yeah.
American Tail, it's really fun animated movie. So give it my vote.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Well, and recently on movie Battleground with Jay Burns, I had to argue. I picked Unforgiven, and he picked American Tail 5 Goes West for best Western of the 90s. That was
Wow.
interesting. So I had to argue
Really?
against 5 Goes West
American
with
Tail.
Unforgiven. Yeah, very strange. But I'll tell you what I do like about that movie, Jacob.
Just pick
75
open
minutes. 75 minutes in and out. I miss those days. I wish in the days of right now, every movie being 2.5 hours that comes out, we would have some, 80-minute movies, 90-minute movies.
I saw the movie Babylon in theaters a couple days ago. And the movie was so long. It went
I
at like
know.
10 o'clock.
I- I'm okay with a long movie,
It was
but
like
when
1:30
every
in
single
the morning.
movie,
Well,
when every single movie that comes out is 2 hours and 40 minutes, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Enough.
Especially all these Oscar movies are like getting long. Yeah.
Oh my god! I just watched Tar today, and Tar was 2 hours and 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Anyways, I'll go 5 Goes West for the 75 minutes. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember what we do in the shadows being all that long either, and I think that
It's 90
great.
minutes. No, I appreciate that. Yeah.
It's a lot of
not
fun.
even an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's directed by my favorite director of all time, Taika Waititi. I'm a big fan, and I'll defend him. Like for me, I can never get enough. So bring it on, Taika. But
He's got a new movie this year, by the way, which we didn't have to anticipate. It's called Next Goal Wins. It's based on a true story.
Oh yeah,
It's a soccer movie. Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. He also got his Time Bandit series coming to Apple Plus. So, but yeah, and 5 Goes West was fun when I was little. It still is a fun now, but I mean, I would way rather watch What We Do in the Shadows. So I'll go with that.
All right. Fair enough. Steven?
Yeah, I haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows. It's been I haven't seen 5 Goes West since I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I do remember enjoying it as a kid. So I suppose I will go with that.
Yeah.
All right. And Malcolm.
Didn't What We Do in the Shadows also in the Vampire Mummies Werewolf tournament as well?
I believe. No.
It might have. I don't
The
know.
Mummy won that tournament.
Mm.
But anyway, that wasn't the logic I was going to use anyway. But I know it got really far in that tournament. But anyway, I do like What We Do in the Shadows. Like, I live in New Zealand, of course, but
Yeah.
the American Tail movies don't get talked about as much, and it's a shame. So I'm going to go American Tail Fever Goes West.
Ooh.
Oh wow, it's overwhelming. 5 Goes West.
Did
We'll
not
take it
expect
down.
a 5-1.
5-1. There
Probably
you
a bit of
go.
an upset. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, but anything can happen. It's our 100 tournament. We're having a lot of
Yep.
fun. So anything can happen.
Yep.
Could The Mummy be the second movie that won 3? That's no one.
Oh yeah, the Mummy could.
I will
yeah.
say the Mummy is a multi-time winner. I will not say how many. It is a
Alright.
multi-time winner at this point, but they all won them very late. I'll say that.
Yeah.
All right, we got Harold and Kumar go to White Castle versus, speaking of,
The Mummy. There you go.
Yeah, so the Mummy officially, its first one, I believe won the actual Mummies, Werewolves, Vampires tournament,
Yeah.
and also won our Monster Movie tournament. And then Harold and Kumar won one of the One Crazy Night tournaments. So there you
Yeah.
go. All right, so we'll go to Jacob first. And the Mummy is the Mummy is a 2-time winner, one of our multi-time winners. Yes. All right.
I'm not as big on the Harold and Kumar movies as other people. They're just not for me. I watched them each once and was like, okay, cool. Had some laughs, but probably nothing I'm going to go back to. Sorry, but the Mummy is just awesome. The Mummy.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Yeah, I'm big on Harold and Kumar. It's in my 64, but the Mummy is too, and it's actually in my top 10, as everybody knows. I've seen this movie as many times as Aliens or Tremors or anything like that. I watch this movie all the time, and I just adore it. If I could go give Brendan Fraser a hug for making this movie, I would. So I love this movie. I'll go with the Mummy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, these are both movies. I know Harold and Kumar is in my 128. I can't remember. I think the Mummy is too, but like I'm a little more sure on Harold and Kumar. I have it ranked a little higher. And yeah, I adore the first Harold and Kumar. I like the other ones too, but the first one is just so good. Like I think that the Cal Penn and John Cho, that they have great chemistry, and then the stuff with Neil Patrick Harris is just pure gold, and then like they meet all these crazy kind of character actors, especially Anthony Anderson in the drive-thru is always a standout for me. And they're both great. Like, this is not easy, but I got to slightly edge it out to Harold and Kumar. So.
Okay, Steven.
Yeah.
I love White Castle. I do not love Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Okay.
I mean, it's the opposite.
I haven't been to a White Castle since I was a kid as well, actually.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know if they even still exist.
Would it help if Harold and Kumar went to Olive Garden, Steven?
Yeah, right.
I don't see how that would help.
Or Longhorn.
Yeah, Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yeah.
That definitely wouldn't help.
Hey, McDonald's.
But I love the adventure movies. So I'll go with The Mummy for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Austin went to Longhorn Steakhouse on our trip to Florida because it was right by the hotel.
Yeah.
We have a
was gonna
Longhorn
say-
Steakhouse over near Cabela's here.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Malcolm.
Well,
I
Malcolm.
didn't see Steven there. Jeez, come on now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what a White Castle is. We don't have them in New Zealand.
Yeah.
But and in some countries, it's actually known as Harold and Kumar Get the Munchies. Which,
Oh, nice.
in my opinion, is probably more catchy a title.
Not a bad title.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Makes more sense.
But-
yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do like Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. I do think it's good. It'll probably help if it was Harold and Kumar Go to New Zealand. They might vote for it, so I'm going to go the Mummy.
Yeah.
All right. Chris.
Well, Chris.
Man, I like the Mummy, but I maybe have seen it like probably 4 or 5 times. I haven't really seen it since I was younger. So I'm going to go with Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. I've probably seen that easily 10 times over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's actually going to be The Mummy 4-2. So The Mummy will fly through.
It would be
All right.
better for me if it was Harold and Kumar Go to Red Lobster.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
All right.
Lobster.
Or
Or Harold and Kumar go to Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Do that one.
All right. Got Lord of the Rings Return of the King
Wow.
versus Gremlins.
Ooh.
What? That's not even fair.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So, Lord of the Rings won our 3-way director battle, where everybody was picking. Malcolm picked Peter Jackson and ended up winning that tournament. And then Gremlins is a fairly recent one. That was the horror versus tournament with me versus Andres Gallegos. Gremlins won that tournament.
Oh yeah.
So
Nice.
So yeah. So Return of the King versus Gremlins. And it's me first. You know what I'm voting for. Gremlins. All right, moving on.
Yeah. Well, Lord of the Rings is in my top 10 movies, and Return of the King. I got 2 Lord of the Rings in my top 10, and Return of the King's one of them, and it's awesome. Gremlins is fun and it's great, but not in my 128. So I'll go with Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Steven.
Yeah, I like Gremlins a lot, but it's got to be Return of the King.
Yeah, and Brian, he's not a Middle Earth person. He's got Gremlins, but Malcolm, what you got?
Well, Return of the King gets my ex. Return of the King.
Nice. Yeah. And Chris, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Gremlins.
Okay.
All right, make it interesting. Jacob.
You know what? I just like to cause chaos sometimes, and it's not very chaotic. I just want to make Malcolm waste his tie-breaking vote.
All right. Well, I guess he's going to do that. So yeah, it's a tie and it goes to Malcolm. So I know he's voting for it, but he's going to waste it, unfortunately, unless he wants to switch it last minute.
I'm going to go for Grim Return of the King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fake.
All right. All right. Well, the Rings takes that one as we scroll down. We got Norbit. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, why? No.
Spit some more.
Dude, both of these are bad movies.
Easy.
Why?
Well, according to you. I think one of these is significantly better. So, anyways, Norbit obviously won our Norbit won our worst movies of all time tournament. So it is in here. And Midsommar, let me scroll down here to my little list. One of our 2019 best of tournaments. So there you go.
Okay.
So Jordan, you go first.
Well, I mean, I can't stand Eddie Murphy when he's doing these characters. I feel like there's like two different sides to Eddie Murphy, and this is the one I don't like. And then there's the one where he's doing the comedy, but he's kind of like a more kind of cooler, not so goofy kind of guy, just like doing a lot of the similar jokes from like his stand up and that kind of stuff. I prefer that Eddie Murphy kind of more, but I will say though that new Eddie Murphy movie with Jonah Hill looks pretty great. Looks pretty funny. Like I'll be watching that right when it comes. Yeah, you people. Yeah. So, and they had a second trailer drop today, so you can check that out. But
I'll check it out.
But Midsommar is great. Like Ari Aster is one of those filmmakers that just blown me away, and I'm excited for his next movie, which they actually dropped a poster for that today for the Beau is Afraid, I think. So that's out now, so you can see that. So I'll vote for Midsommar.
Norbit might be the most unappealing poster ever made. I mean, look at that. Ew.
Yeah.
I just don't even want to look at it, Steven.
Some Eddie Murphy on Eddie Murphy action.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen either one of these. So you know what? To cause some chaos,
oh my god!
As a joke vote, I'll go with Norbit.
Well, I hope it doesn't come back to bite you. We'll see.
All right. Well, Steven, it was fun having you on the stream.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
I mean, Norbit is a really chill movie. I get that. In my opinion, Becky Larson, Born to be a Star, should have won that tournament easily. But anyway, Midsommar is still a much better movie than Norbit, so go Midsommar.
I won't defend Becky Larson much, but I'll defend it over Norbit. Sure. but Chris.
So I've never seen Midsommar, and it had no interest in me. Like the poster
Yeah,
doesn't
but you
make
said
me
it
want
was
to run
bad,
out
and
and
you've
go
never
see
seen
it.
it. You're like, it's bad. Both bad movies. You never seen it, and you're
I've never
saying
seen it ever.
Okay,
Ever.
so how can you say it's
Like
bad?
it
you gotta
looks
see it.
painfully boring. Like it
It's
doesn't.
so good
like,
though.
Why?
Yeah, like it might look painfully boring, but some of those movies that look boring ended up surprising you. So.
Yeah, like a Babylon blew me away. That movie was so good, and the critics hated that movie.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things. So.
Shit. And Norbit is too horrible to vote for.
Yeah.
God, do I have to vote for either one of these movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Midsommar.
Yeah, Midsommar. Yeah. I bet you'd be surprised because if you like horror movies, it's
a crazy cult movie. It's fun.
Yeah, crazy cult.
Cult movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's about a crazy cult. What's not to like? It's a crazy cult movie. Come on. This is the best.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, I will suggest give Midsommar a shot. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But at least you can say you've seen it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but Jacob, what do you think?
You know what movie looked extremely awful, in my opinion, is that new movie coming out, Megan.
Yeah.
Megan looks amazing.
Sitting at 94%.
Yeah, and the movie looks terrible.
The movie looks so good.
This is a January horror movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
PG-13.
It looks like a pilot.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I've heard it's the most unintentional, hilarious movie of the year so far. So
I don't know.
I don't know if it was intentional. I know they're saying that now, but some of those movies they don't.
Is it a James Wan movie or like who's directing that?
No, it's not James Wan. He's a producer, but he's not directing it.
What's his name?
Johnstone.
The flick something. He said it was. Yeah, he said it was self-aware. So.
I don't know. They sometimes say that after the fact when everybody kind of reviews it and says that. Like Tommy Wiseau saying, Room was always a comedy. No, it wasn't.
I just bring that up to say movies can look boring or bad, and then they might surprise you. So I would also say give Midsommar a chance because it is at least 343,000 times better than Norbit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it doesn't take anything to be better than Norbert. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
All right.
Well, that was
Ryan,
that was my thing.
Ah,
When I was spinning the wheel to make the matches on this one, I was like, well, the only thing that would compete for Norbit being bad is another movie that'll show up very soon on this bracket.
yeah.
So yeah, almost
I know what it
anything would beat it. But yeah, Midsommar, of course, come on,
Yeah.
get out of here. All right. But we knew
Midsommar.
that the worst movies count. They won tournaments, so they're in
You know
here.
what's a horror movie that I thought was going to be really bad, and I thought I heard about the twist ahead of time, and it sounded stupid to me, but it turned out to be surprisingly good. Orphan.
Orphan's a good one.
Yeah.
And so is Orphan
Smile is
First
one
Kill.
of my favorites of this year.
Orphan First Kill is
Doug
fun
Gill?
too if you haven't seen it.
Oh, nice.
I guess Smile would be last year, technically.
Yeah, Smile was
Yeah.
good too. All right, there's Mortal Kombat from '95
Ooh.
Yeah.
versus Searching.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I still haven't seen Searching, so
That'd be the hardest one so far.
So Mortal Kombat won our video game tournament, of course, and Searching was a fairly recent winner. It recently just made it under the gun, one of Richard's 128 tournaments. So
Okay.
So Mortal Kombat versus Searching. Steven, back down to you.
Well, still haven't seen Searching, but I love Mortal Kombat, so I'll go with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm?
I still haven't seen Mortal Kombat, so I'm going to go Searching.
Sure, yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
I still have not seen Searching, so I'm gonna go with Mortal Kombat.
All right. Jacob.
You know what? It's the 100th episode. We're here to have fun. I love Searching. I love how much fun I can have with Mortal Kombat. I'm going Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin?
Searching's good, but you know what it doesn't have? It doesn't have an opening title sequence that goes Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun. It doesn't have that. So
It'd be a
Mortal
much
Kombat.
different movie if it did.
Yeah. Searching. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah. Jordan.
Well, Searching is great, but the thing is, Mortal Kombat does not have this girl here, Brigitte Wilson playing Sonya Blade, and it's freaking amazing. Mortal Kombat, let's go!
All right, there you go, Mortal Kombat. All right, it could be a wild card tonight. We'll see.
Yeah,
just for sheer fun. All
right,
right,
so get you pumped up. Then you're not.
And you mean to tell me Mortal Kombat wasn't the other 3-time winner?
Yeah, no, not quite. Only because it didn't qualify for a lot of these tournaments, Jacob. As far as categorically. So, video game one is about the only one it qualifies for until we get to the best of 1995 in like 10 years. So, yeah.
Guilty pleasure.
I think it might have been in there, might not. I can't remember. All right, we got It Chapter 1 versus Blind Spotting. So, Blind Spotting's a recent one in one of our Best of 2018 tournaments. It won that one all the way, and It Chapter 1 won our Stephen King tournament. So, yeah. We will go to Malcolm first.
I thought Blind Spotting also won Henry's 64, but
It did
I
not.
could be wrong.
It did not. I do have the winner of that one, but it did not. No.
Yeah. But anyway, as much as I love both these movies, I think Blind Spotting is the much better movie, so I'm going to go Blind Spotting.
Yeah. Well, Chris? What do you think?
I'm gonna go with It Chapter 1.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Jacob.
Yeah, these are both great movies. I've said it before. I think It Chapter 1 might have like the greatest kid ensemble in movies. It's arguable at least, but Blind Spotting, I've seen multiple times since it came out. It gets better every time I watch it, and that final like rap scene just blows me away every time I watch it. Yeah, it's in my top 20 of all time. I'm gonna go Blind Spotting.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I've said it before. I like Blind Spotting. I don't love it. I'm not there yet. I think it's a good movie, but I think It Chapter 1's a great movie, and I had a great theater experience when I saw it in IMAX. It was a lot of fun that night, so full theater screaming. Good times. So It Chapter 1.
Yeah. I've talked about my my theater experience going to see it. Chapter 1 of the theater was absolutely packed. It's one of the last few horror movies I remember where the theater was sold out and just like just everyone going nuts for the movie. It's a lot of fun. I miss those days, but Blind Spotting to me is just one of those movies that I watch every single year, no matter what. Like I have a handful of movies that no matter what they're gonna get watched at least once a year, and Blind Spotting is one of them. It is great, and yeah, there's just so many things that just blow me away, especially that rap scene at the end. But I mean, just like the whole like the writing and the acting and the whole atmosphere, it's just amazing. So yeah, I gotta go Blind Spotting.
And Steven.
I will go with It Chapter 1, even though I'm not as crazy about it, but I still haven't seen Blind Spotting, so I'll.
Okay.
Get on it, Steven.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah.
I looked for it, but it's I would have had to rent it.
Worth
Well,
it.
just stop what you're doing. I'll Venmo you the money to rent it and jump off the chat here, and you can go watch it right now.
George's going to find a way to slip Blind Spotting in every tournament fights you're on now, Steven. Just
Yes.
to make sure you watch it.
Yeah, I
Every single one. Have you
still
seen
have
it
never
yet?
seen Blind Spotting
Yeah.
either. So yeah,
Well,
So
with
good.
that,
I'm with him.
Well, with that, we have a tie. It goes to you, Chris. I'm assuming you're going to stick with It Chapter 1.
I'm gonna stick with it Chapter 1 because I still have never seen Blind Spotting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I'm,
right.
I'm the same way
fair.
as you, man. I'd have to rent it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's see what they're Emperor's New Groove
Ooh.
versus Speed.
Oh man.
Same
All right.
movies.
So yeah, Emperor's New Groove slid in kind of last minute on Brian's 128, and Speed was our one crazy day winners, I believe. So yeah.
Yeah. But I want to see Emperor Cuscos the llama on that speeding bus. Come on.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
All right. Well, we'll start with Chris this time. Emperor's New Groove and Speed.
This is hard, but I mean, like, God, it's Speed though. I gotta go with Speed.
Yeah. Jacob?
Yeah, you look at this matchup and you're like, oh, that one's not very hard. No, it's actually kind of difficult because I've only seen Speed once, but like it was so good. I was like glued to the screen the entire time. But I've seen The Emperor's New Groove multiple times, and I have just as much fun with it. Man, it's like, do I go for one that I think is clearly the better movie, or do I go with nostalgia and just go with my childhood? Yeah, I'm gonna go with my childhood and go Emperor's New Groove, but it's close.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
Yeah, I don't really have nostalgia for Emperor's New Groove. I was like 15 when that movie came out, so I was just a little past my time. But yeah, Speed's one of my all-time favorite action movies of all time. I had it on VHS growing up, so that is nostalgic for me because I watched it a lot. So yeah, and I think it's one of the great action movies ever made. So yeah, Speed.
It's so weird that they're going to see Rush Hour in that movie, though.
Yeah, right.
Let's get ready for Rush Hour.
Get ready for Rush Hour, yeah.
Yeah, ready for Rush Hour, yeah, right.
They got to speed to the theater to watch Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. Yeah,
they're in a time traveling bus, so they can go see it. Yeah. but yeah, I was about 15 when the Emperor's New Groove came out. I think I was like a freshman in high school, and it is nostalgia for me. Like I remember watching it even at that age and just loving it. I thought that it was great. But yeah, Speed is just so good. I mean, you talk about the chemistry between Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, but then people forget about the stuff with like Dennis Hopper and then Jeff Daniels and like some of that stuff too. And like we have a best animated movie series coming up that's going to be a tier ranker, and I'll go hard in the paint for Emperor's New Groove there. But I think for this matchup, I got to go Speed.
All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Looks like we're getting out of the way all the movies that I haven't seen because we're almost done now. Because I haven't seen The Emperor's New Groove, but I love Speed, so I'll definitely go with Speed.
Yeah.
One of the greatest scores of all time too.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was written by Graham Yost, who would go on to make two of my favorite TV shows of all time, Boomtown and Justified.
Oh yeah.
Steven, the same guy and the same director did Speed and Twister, right? Same score, same director, John DeBon and the guy who did the score. It's a fun game. Play the scores with each other's movies. They still work. Do the Twister, some of the Twister chase scenes with the Speed music. It still works. I'm telling you, and vice versa.
I gotta
So
do
of course,
that. Yeah.
you probably already know this, but apparently Speed is available in 4K, and I want it.
Oh, I have it on 4K.
Of course,
Nice.
you do.
It's not within reach, but it's way right back there.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I haven't seen a movie in forever. I need to wear the movie.
Yeah, it's fun, but
Sorry,
Malcolm.
But Malcolm,
Yeah, I was also 15 when Emperor's New Groove came out. I didn't watch it when I was 15. I watched it for the first time a couple of years ago. But so I don't have the same love for Emperor's New Groove as everyone else. So I am going with my nostalgia, and that is Speed, because I watched that a lot of times as a kid.
Yeah. Me too.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's give you Speed 5-1. It'd be a nice dark horse too. It's a very, very good movie. So we'll see. All right. Got Tremors versus Meet the Parents.
Actually, kind of tough.
Yeah. So Tremors won our Animal Attack movie tournament that I hosted. And Meet the Parents was kind of a more recent one as well with our Awkward Family situation tournament. So, yeah.
Well, I don't know what's more terrifying, the graboid from Tremors or Robert De Niro's character from Meet the Parents, right?
Yeah. All right. We'll go with Mr. Barber this time. You'll be up first.
Yeah, I like Meet the Parents, but it's been such a long time since I've seen it. And I've never had that inkling to go, you know what movie I want to watch? Meet the Parents. Came to Tremors recently, last year, when Austin and I talked about it on our show. Which is making a return this Saturday.
Nice.
And I can see why Austin's watched it 1,000 times or whatever it is, because
it might be pretty close actually to it.
It's so much fun. And yeah, I'll probably give it a rewatch pretty soon too, because it's just it was just a lot of fun. I had a good time watching it, so I'll go with Tremors.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
I mean, you know what I'm going to go with. I mean, I have T-shirts of it. You know, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, like a top 3. Like, and it's funny. My dad always just like, that movie's so stupid. Why do you watch it all the time? And I'm just like, it's just a breezy, entertaining, fun movie. It has everything you can want in like 90 minutes. Action, some good buddies, comedy, some good characters, like some really good special effects, like for the time.
Yeah.
And it's like 90 minutes. You're in and out. And it's breezy and entertaining, man. I love it. And I've seen, like I said, I may have seen this movie more than any other movie on the planet. Like I've watched this movie so many times. So yeah, it's an easy Tremors for me.
Yeah. Well, if you want like a good like anxiety like fueled kind of like what's gonna go wrong next kind of movie, then Meet the Parents might be for you. But and I do really like Meet the Parents. I'm actually a huge Ben Stiller fan. Like I like him probably more than most people. I watch anything that he's in. But yeah, Tremors is a lot of fun. It has the legendary Kevin Bacon, like they say in the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, and like Kevin Bacon's slowly becoming like more and more one of my favorite actors, because he even had a video that he posted on his social media just today of just him making blueberry pancakes, just dropping blueberries into the pancakes. I'm like, why is this entertaining? But it is. Like, so yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, yeah.
Kevin Bacon can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like he plays great music too. He's an awesome musician. He sings in the Christmas special too. And I want to get the hat from the movie, because if you ever seen there's a series called Santa Clarita Diet that's on Netflix, and the son gets the hat from Tremors and like wears it around in that, so that's fun. While he's fighting zombies and
he does.
Not fighting zombies, but like dealing with it with like his girlfriend's mom becoming a zombie, Drew Barrymore. But I'll vote for Tremors. Yeah.
All right, Steven.
You know what? Tremors might win this, or at the very least, I'll be tying it up. So just for that, I'll vote for Meet the Parents, because they're really neck and neck for me. I think both of them are really good, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the prequel to Tremors called Meet the Tremors Parents. And the rumor is
Yeah.
they're going to get they're going to get Robert De Niro to play one of the parents.
Yes. Let's do it.
So just see
You think the
Robert De Niro.
graboids have nipples?
Yeah, right.
Well,
You
they
can
have
milk
these pushers that all work in tandem to push them to the thing. I don't know if you can milk them for milk though. You could try.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, I do really like the Meet the Parents movies. And I saw Tremors for the first time last year myself. I'm going to slightly go for Meet the Parents actually. So
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Chris.
Out of the Meet the Parents movies, I think this is probably the first one is probably my least favorite of them. But I love Tremors. Tremors is so good.
I never saw Little Fockers, but I always heard bad things about that one.
It's not good.
Language.
It's so good. I love those movies.
Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of Little Fox. I was like,
Yeah. I will defend Meet the Fockers though. I think that movie.
No,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
guys,
love-
I thought
Yeah.
this was a family show.
Yeah.
Okay,
I love
Dad.
F-O.
Cap language.
I love Meet the Fockers because I think Dustin Hoffman is great in that, and also probably the one movie that I really liked Barbara Streisand in.
Then you need to watch What's Up Doc because she's great in that movie too. Right, Jacob?
So good.
Yeah.
Which we
What's
may or
Up
may not be
Doc?
talking about on Saturday.
Yeah, that's true. On our favorite watches of the year, yeah. All right, we got Maze Runner: The Death Cure versus Spider-Man 2. So,
That's totally comparable.
Spider-Man 2 won one of Brian's 128 tournaments, and Maze Runner: The Death Cure was kind of an anarchy pick for like one of our best of 2018 tournaments. So there you go. All right. So it's me first.
that was really weird.
Yeah,
My internet just glitched up for like 30 seconds. Sorry, guys. I'm back.
You here with us? You back? Okay. So I'm up first though. It's okay, Jordan. I'm as much as I'll defend the Maze Runner movies and this thing, I'll go Spider-Man 2 because it's a great comic book movie and I love Tobey Maguire, so I'll go Spider-Man. Jordan.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a Spider-Man guy. I love Spider-Man, and the Maze Runner movies are great. Like, I'm a big fan of Dylan O'Brien. I think that like we're just waiting for him to get a really big role. Like, I feel like he could be a star someday. Like, he's that good to me. But yeah, Spider-Man 2, like, that's arguably the best Spider-Man that exists. I mean, for me, it's between that and No Way Home, but I think this one might even edge it out. So I'll go Spider-Man.
Okay. Steven.
Steven?
Even as an anarchy pick, I was still surprised that and that being said, I enjoyed it, but still, I mean, it should have been better anarchy picks than. That being said,
but anarchy picks that's what they're there for, though.
That's what they're for. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was one of those yearly ones where it was like part 2, so we were like, stuff's already in the championship. Let's have a little fun. And that's but that's what's going to make this tournament so much fun is there's a ton of those in this tournament, so that's what's going to make it kind of wacky and wild.
yeah,
and
but
fun.
there's one of them that I absolutely that you probably consider an anarchy pick that I.
We'll see.
love.
Yeah.
That being said, this is. I don't know if this is a hot take or a mild take because while I like Spider-Man 2, I don't love it. So you know what? I'll go with even despite what I just said, I will go with the Death Cure
Okay.
because it does have
Sure,
that great train sequence that I think is a lot of fun.
Yeah, like I really like all the stuff where they're trying to break into the city and all that, sneak in there. So yeah.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah.
like when Jordan was doing his speech about how much he loves Spider-Man, I was just waiting for the twist where he'd go, you know what? I love Spider-Man. I'm going to vote for Maze Runner.
I love Maze Runner.
Yeah. I thought about it, but I was like, I can't do it. For Spider-Man 2, no.
But anyway, like
Mhm.
I do love Spider-Man 2, and I'm pretty sure that's what's going to go through. I mean, I watched all the Maze Runner movies for the first time last year myself, and then like for young adult adaptation, they're actually not that bad. So I'm also going to unironically go for Maze Runner: The Death Cure.
I wouldn't even say not
Ooh,
bad. I think
right.
it's the best YA trilogy thing, whatever, out there. Like, it's the best. It's
I
good.
think
I'm
that-
a Divergent defender.
Ugh, yuck.
They never finished their franchise,
first
though.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the first two are really good, I think.
For me, it's
But
either
to-
that or Harry Potter. It's kind of
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think the Maze Runner is probably one of the only young adult trilogies that didn't split the last book into two to get
yeah, right.
Even Harry
Yeah.
Potter did that.
Yep.
Yeah. Chris?
Well, Chris.
I've never been a fan of the Maze Runner. Since I can't talk of the Maze Runner series like everyone else. I never read the books. I never had any interest in the movies at all. I think I might have seen the first one with you, Jordan, but I think that's probably the only one I've seen, and it was good for what it was, but it wasn't the greatest thing I've ever seen. But it's Spider-Man 2. That was the first time like we got to see like a legit blockbuster Spider-Man movie, and holy shit, they delivered. It's definitely Spider-Man 2 for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Jacob.
Jacob.
I have also not seen the Maze Runner movies. It's just a series that never really caught my attention, but the way it's being talked about, maybe I'll give it a shot. But I have seen Spider-Man 2 a ridiculously high amount of times. So Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
All right, so it'll be Spider-Man 2, 4-2. All right, let's see what our next matchup is. We've got Paddington 2.
Damn bear. There it
Versus
is.
Goodwill Hunting. So Paddington 2 won one of JPO's 128s, and Goodwill Hunting, let me scroll down here, I believe it won one of our Oscar tournaments. So there you go.
Nice.
All right, so Jordan Anderson.
Well, Paddington 2, I think it is the only movie on this tournament that I haven't seen. I saw the first one, and I'm like, I don't really care to go for another one. I don't know. I just don't. But I mean, someday, I mean, probably what will end up getting me to watch it is if it ends up on like some other tournament for one of these shows, and it's like this again, one of the ones I haven't seen. I'll probably eventually give it a shot. But I mean, I just been busy watching best movies of 2022 because I got some shows coming up, a few of them for that. So been busy doing that. But Goodwill Hunting, I was pretty late to. And yeah, it's great. Like it has great writing, great dialogue. I really like Ben Affleck's character. The chemistry that he has with Matt Damon. That's kind of like when I think of their kind of friendship and the like Boston Boys. Like I kind of like. I always think of this movie, but and I know that they've done multiple movies together, but and of course Robin Williams too, and even Stellan Skarsgård, he's great too. So yeah, like it didn't like blow me away like an all timer like a lot of people, but I'll vote for it over Paddington 2 by a long shot. So yeah, Goodwill Hunting.
All right, Steven.
Paddington 2 was actually a pleasant surprise because it does actually start off a little rough because it's a little too cutesy in the beginning. But it won me over because I actually watched it for the first time probably like a month ago for another one of these. I don't remember which one it was. But I can't vote against Goodwill Hunting. That movie is just great. So Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, Goodwill Hunting is good and all, but I can't go against that cute bear. I can't go against Nicolas Cage's favorite movie, so I'm gonna go Paddington 2.
Yeah, well, when Steven kind of says it's a little too cutesy, like that's kind of what I think. Like it's so cutesy, like you feel like you're gonna explode with like whatever like feelings and emotion you have inside. It's like it's like a lot for me. So
Feel good.
yeah, but Chris,
I haven't. I think I might have saw Paddington 1. I have not seen Paddington 2. But a Goodwill Hunting is incredible. I got to go with that one.
Yeah. Well, Jacob.
I was all set to vote for Paddington 2 and push it as far as it could go. And then I don't know how random this was.
This was
Maybe
100%
Austin
random.
rigged
Because when it
one
came up, and I knew Jacob was
foil
going to
you,
be on the
Jacob.
show, I go, "Ooh, I don't know where Jacob's going to go," because Good Will Hunting used to be his number one. So
Yeah.
and I thought that was interesting. So I knew it'd make a good matchup.
which is weird because Good Will Hunting, like, as soon as I was done watching it, I was like, this might have been like the best movie I've ever watched because just the script, the performances, like everything about that movie just blew me away. It's still in the top 3. I love this movie. I've gone back to it since that initial watch, which was only a couple years ago. Still the best Robin Williams performance that I've seen. There's still a few blind spots of his, so I can't say like for sure, but of the Robin Williams movies I've seen, it's definitely the best, and I think it's gonna be hard to top. So Good Will Hunting will get my vote. Sorry, Paddington.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Paddington 2.
Yeah.
I actually rewatched Good Will Hunting again recently because the Cinephiles, Roka's podcast, covered it again, and so I watched it again, and it just works. It's really, really good. So I'll go Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
All right.
If you listen carefully, you can hear JPO's sobs from Arizona.
Yeah,
so
right.
sorry.
Yeah, seriously.
So sorry, JPO.
Sorry.
But he loves but he loves Good Will Hunting as well, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
2 hats, you said. It's his boy. All right, so we got Scream versus Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2, not
Guess
Die
what I
Hard
just watched yesterday for the first time?
Ooh.
1. Die Hard 2.
Yep.
So Scream won one of Jordan's 128 tournaments, so that was in there. And then Die Hard 2, infamously, of course, won our Christmas movie tournament. So the infamous Christmas episode,
which is like barely a Christmas movie, but it is.
But it is. It's all
Only is a Christmas movie.
Oh yeah, it is. All right, Steven, go first.
I love Die Hard 2. In fact, I used to be of the opinion that I loved it more than the first one. But, over the years, I've just I've thought, nah, the first one is the best, but 2's still not far behind for me. I'm going to go with Die Hard 2, especially since I know how this is obviously going to go.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that on a tournament fight, Steven.
Yeah, you're just asking for.
Yeah, you're asking for trouble.
Especially when you have
I love Die Hard
Jacob
2,
Barber
so I
on
don't
that
mind.
episode. But Malcolm.
This will be like my last matchup as I've got to head out. But
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I love Die Hard 2, but yeah, Scream is one of those interesting franchises where the numbering is where you go along is like it's just gonna be random now because you've got Scream 1, 2, 3, 4, Scream 6. They completely skip Scream 5. I don't know where it went, but I'm a really big Scream fan, so I'm gonna go Scream.
Yeah. Well, Chris.
This is hard. I love Die Hard 2, but God, the Scream movies are so incredible, and yeah, it is nuts that they chose to title the latest one Scream 6. You know what? As much as it pains me, and it didn't really pain me that much, I'm gonna go with Scream.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Well, I think I don't like when people assume they know where the votes are going to go. Die Hard 2 is going to get my vote.
All right.
And I like I said, I did watch it yesterday for the first time.
Do you like
funny
it?
enough, I forgot that it was going to be on the tournament because I forgot it won the Christmas episode. And no, I really enjoyed it. It is a good sequel. Not as good as the first one, but I mean that's I mean Die Hard is an all timer. But yeah, no, I like the airport setting. I like the villains. Yeah, there were a couple things like could it, and then it did happen. I was like, oh, okay, but like it wasn't like too projected. Like you didn't see it coming from like, oh, that they're gonna be with the bad guys. So yeah, no, really good sequel. One that I'll probably revisit more often. But yeah.
It's not going to happen, but nothing would thrill me more than to have been wrong.
Yeah, we'll see. But
It did win the Christmas episode.
Hey, you know what? I remember that Christmas episode. That was a damn fun episode. And you know what? Let's bring back that magic. I'm voting for Die Hard too.
Probably the most fun I've had on.
Hey, and legitimately, Steven, I do love 80s and 90s Rennie Harlan. I think he made some really good stuff in the 80s and 90s. Like, I do like that. He hasn't made as much good stuff in the last 15, 20 years, obviously. But I will defend a lot of 80s and 90s.
I actually enjoyed Mindhunter.
He's making that. We talked about him briefly on the Anticipated. He's making that Strangers remake. So we'll see what happens.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, so it's kind of like a roundabout way to get to my vote, but Brian and Nussbaum actually turned me on to they have a Boy Meets World podcast because they that I like had no idea about. They started it last summer and like now
So
the new
good.
like obsession that I'm hooked on now. Where they break down it's Wilfred Ryder Strong and Daniel Fischel. They tried to get Ben Savage, but he said it wasn't like his thing. I guess he didn't want to be on it. But they're talking about they have a Scream related episode where it's like basically a parody of Scream, and it's called And Then There Was Sean, and it's my favorite episode of all time. When they were talking about it, and yeah, like it just makes me like remember how much I love Scream, and it's probably a big reason why I love that episode so much. And like I'm not a massive Die Hard 2 fan. Like I think it's okay. I haven't been like and I don't know if you heard me. My internet cut out for a minute. I said Scream.
Yeah, your internet was. Your internet was.
Yeah, just cut in and out.
That's all right. I got you.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it keeps
you're
doing.
good.
I'm not doing anything tonight, but yeah, Scream. But
all right. So with that, we have a tie. Mr. Barber, you have all the power.
ooh,
Let's do it. Die Hard 2.
And there you have it. We'll see if
I'm definitely not disappointed by that. Good movie.
Well, Steven, never say never on
Yeah.
Fights.
Yes.
If I hadn't
Malcolm,
said
I know you
that,
gotta-
it might not have happened.
Yeah, Malcolm, I know
I
you gotta
definitely
go.
wouldn't have. No, I definitely would have Scream.
Yeah, we gotta let Malcolm plug whatever
Yeah.
he's gonna plug real quick before he's
Yeah,
gonna
I know
go
you
here. So.
and I just wanted to let
Yeah.
you see the wacky result here, but yeah, you have anything you want to plug or tell us where we can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Tayful Productions where I host Rankum every Sunday night. Rankum is returning this Sunday with our top 12 movies of 2022. Jordan's going to be on that.
Yeah.
And also on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, we're going to the Oscars. Our Oscars podcast, Gone with the Wind, also returns. We're going to be talking about various guild stuff, plus the shortlist and the BAFTA long lists. And you can find me sort of on Letterboxd at Malcol and all over the place. But yeah.
All right.
Nice. Thanks again, Malcolm. Yeah. Take care.
All right.
We'll see you.
I'm just gonna wait and see what the next matchup's would be.
Oh, you want to see it?
Sure,
Okay,
yeah.
Let's scroll on down and see. All right, so the next matchup will be Disaster Movie
Oh my gosh.
What
missed
a
a banger.
matchup to leave on.
Yeah.
versus Aliens.
Oh, of course, disaster movie.
Okay.
We're all gonna vote for disaster movie. Let's just accept it.
Just for anarchy, I'm going to vote for disaster movies. See ya.
No, you're not.
All right. Yeah.
No, you're not. Listen, to be fair, anything that got put up against Disaster Movie, maybe even Norbit might win.
Yeah, I
So,
was about to say.
Mm.
I was about to say if this was up against Norbit, it's like the one chance Norbit could have had.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's Disaster Movie won for context. When we all submitted some of our own personal worst movies, we did like a tournament fights versus thing, and it was. I think it was one of Richie's picks because I had Meet the Spartans on there, another Friedberg Seltzer disaster, and then and Aliens has won Chris Scott's original 64, not mine as much as you might think.
Wow, really?
Chris's one, and
Wow.
and Aliens is a 2-time winner, so not a 3-time winner, a 2-time. winner. So there we go. And I believe Jordan was texting Richie to see if he wanted to sub in. So we'll see if he bites and subs in at some point because he's one of our regulars. But until then, we will. And it was going to be Malcolm's turn, but we will jump to Chris now.
Well, that's why he voted before he left.
Yeah, he did.
Well,
He voted for disaster movie.
Oh yeah.
It counts.
speaking of Richie. Here we go.
Oh,
What's up, Richie? I know you're always in the
What's
wings waiting to join us.
Well, you know, we
Yeah.
told him to be on standby just in case, and there he is.
Put him
Yeah,
in
there you
the
go.
Is it a banger match or
One
just
a banger.
about
What a
disaster
banger.
versus aliens?
Wasn't
we
it
even
on?
have to go through this.
I was gonna say, I think it was on Richie's worst movies list in that versus thing or whatever it was. Yeah,
And A1, yeah.
yeah, and then it won the whole tournament. Yes,
So we already have one vote for disaster movie. It counts.
from Malcolm was just throwing out an anarchy vote before he
We-
left.
Can we just
It's
move
still-
aliens on and skip this?
Yeah.
Can we-
Actually, what if I want to vote for the other one?
Yeah. Somebody
You
might.
don't want to. Yeah,
You
you
don't
don't.
Disaster
Okay.
movie. I'm voting for disaster movie.
No, you're not.
All right.
No, you're not. You're not.
Well, for anarchy, but I think it'll be aliens. And then
Yeah, let's get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
I was
I'm a
like,
fan of anarchy, but
and I swear to God, like when
I'm
I
going to
was
vote for
so
disaster movie.
disaster movie comes up on the wheel, right? And I go, oh boy, well, it doesn't really matter what it goes up against. And I was like, oh, it's going up against aliens. Well, there you go.
Yeah, no, Aliens
Yeah.
is a phenomenal movie. Absolutely, it's
Listen,
freaking Paul Reiser.
Chris, are you even going to vote for the thing that won your movie, your 64?
Yeah.
That's what
Yes,
you're
I am. I voted for Aliens.
doing. Oh,
Okay.
right. Fine, then, fair enough.
I was being fucking sarcastic.
Okay. I was gonna say.
We have Avengers: Infinity War versus Pulp Fiction.
The same movie,
Mm.
obviously.
Hey, Richie,
What are
you
the-
just got on, and it's a really hard match. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Welcome.
One
But
of
you
these
guys,
could be one of the 3-time winners, maybe. I'm kind of guessing.
well, and you would be right. Infinity War, a 3-time
Oh, yeah,
winner.
that's what I
So Jordan
Ah.
had the correct pick of Infinity War, as well as Brian had the other correct pick of Truman Show, both
Wow.
3-time winners.
I really thought Back to the Future seemed like it always it won. a lot.
I know.
Back to the
I
Future
always
has only won one tournament.
thought,
As many times as it has popped up, much like people always think Terminator 2 has never won a tournament. As many times as it pops up, there are movies like that pop up a lot but haven't actually won. And Pulp Fiction won Henry Confidential's 64, so as we
nice.
kind of alluded to. So yeah, we'll start with Chris and we'll swing back around to Richie. Yeah.
Both of these movies are incredible, but it's Pulp Fiction. I mean, the music, just the music alone, I could put on and listen to it. But the acting is phenomenal. The writing is phenomenal. Everything you can say about Pulp Fiction is a masterpiece. I'm gonna go with Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
All right.
Jacob?
yeah, I recently submitted a list to Henry. He was like collecting lists of the Sight and Sound did their best movies of all time, and he was like, well, it'd be cool to get a poll of some of my friends and their lists and like what are the 10 best movies, not like objectively, not like
your favorite movies, like 10. If you had to pick like the 10 best movies ever made, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
and Pulp Fiction was one of my picks. I think it is like one of the best movies ever made. However, if we're just going based on what I enjoy watching, I'm going to go with a movie that's in my top 20 and go with Infinity War.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin?
Well, yeah, I have both these movies on 4K. One's more recent, Jacob. It'll be my 4K steelbook of Pulp Fiction that I might showcase a little more on the
That's
show.
beautiful.
Yeah, so so I'll be sending Jordan my Blu-ray
Yes.
of Pulp Fiction in the drawer, which will be at some point next year. Yeah, this is a tough one because they're both in my 128. I think I'll go with Pulp Fiction on this time, just for this one.
Yeah, I think I don't know. For me, like I'm more of an Endgame guy. Like I like Infinity War. I just kind of I don't know. I love how everything comes together in Endgame. And I've already talked about how the first time I saw Infinity War, I hated it. If we're talking about my initial just right out of the theater reaction, but as soon as I gave it a rewatch, I kind of realized this is a great movie. But I just had some some thoughts afterwards, but yeah, Pulp Fiction I think is Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece. It's just so good. Like I just felt that way from the first time that I watched it, and I was pretty late to the party. I watched it maybe like about 2.5, 3 years ago for the first time, and yeah, it's amazing. So I'll go Pulp Fiction.
All right, Steven.
Here's the thing about Infinity War. They never should have killed off a character that made it obvious that everyone that dusted at the end was coming back. Because the minute, Spider-Man and Black Panther dusted, it was like, all right, everyone that got snapped is going to be coming back, obviously. I still love the movie. If this were Endgame, I'd probably go with Endgame, but I'm gonna go in this case. I'm gonna go with Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Well, and welcome, Richie, and of course you're here, so it had to be a difficult matchup right off the bat. So
Yep.
have fun.
Yep.
I feel like it'd be less tension if they dusted like just side characters. Oh no, they dusted Pepper Pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dusted Nebula. They dusted
Dusted Happy Hogan.
Haas was at least hot to
they
look
dusted
at.
what's his name from Us and stuff, like the other Wakanda guy,
Oh yeah.
those
no,
guys.
Mbaku.
Mbaku.
But by dusting Spider-Man and Black Panther, it became obvious.
Yeah, but you didn't think they were bringing like the Guardians back when
I think so.
what's the Star-Lord gets dusted? I mean, come on, Steven. Really? You could do that.
Like Star-Lord and Groot. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
I came to Pulp Fiction late as well. I watched it when theaters opened back up here, sort of late 2020. That was a really good experience. And I've gone back to it a couple times since. I think it was amazing. And Avengers, Infinity War is my favorite Avengers movie. But I'd probably go back to Pulp Fiction a bit more, so I will go Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction will take this one.
Pulp Fiction.
All right, so our 3-time winner will not be a 4-time winner. So there we go. All right, Pulp Fiction moves on. Got Ghostbusters versus Chopping Mall.
Oh yes,
The same movie.
Yeah.
All right, so Ghostbusters won Moose Haas's 64, and Chopping Mall was another infamous Crazy Anarchy pick from my 128. So yes, there you go. That was an interesting night. Seeing Chopping Mall win the whole thing. So,
Yeah.
all right, so Jacob, you're up first.
Yeah, you know what? I think we kept the anarchy going with Die Hard 2. Let's keep it going with Chopping Mall.
Yeah, sure. Well, Austin,
You know what? I was talking about short movies versus long movies. One of Chopping Mall's greatest features, Jacob, is that it's 77 minutes.
yeah,
It does not take up much of your time at all. You can bang it out, almost immediately.
yeah.
Let's have a little fun. I'll keep it up with Chopping Mall. Sure, why not? Let's have a
Yeah,
little fun.
well, I wasn't sure what I was gonna think when I saw Chopping Mall. And you know what? I actually can almost say that I loved it. Like it was really good. Like I had a lot of fun with it. Like I just love those horror movies where it's like a group of teenagers, and then they all get picked off one by one. It's like which one's gonna go next, and who's gonna be the final girl or final survivor.
And Richie, one of the best representations of America, they get stuck in a mall in the 80s and they arm up at the gun store in the mall to fight the
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
America.
yeah, right. America, yeah. So yeah, let's go Chopping Mall. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Steven?
Do they even have gun stores in malls anymore?
No.
No. But it's funny to watch stuff like this or the original Dawn of the Dead from '78, where they also do the same thing. They arm up at the hunting store inside the mall.
Yes.
So that just used to be a fun time capsule of things.
They used to have that, or like the knife and samurai sword store. They used to have those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then again, most malls are dead these days anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen Chopping Mall, so I have to go with Ghostbusters.
It's on Tubi. Get on that.
It is.
Yeah.
Actually, it is also on Amazon Prime. I looked up.
It's everywhere. It's like free everywhere. You can easily watch it. Yeah. Freebie, everything. Yeah.
But what do you mean have to? You mean you have to go with Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Because I've seen it and I love it.
All right, Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be a weird, like, family trip to the mall. Let's go to the mall and, we can get Taco Bell and a rifle.
Yeah. Sounds like a good afternoon.
yeah.
A great afternoon. What are you talking about?
Taco Bell and a mall.
No, that's good. I'm also a fan of shorter movies when they need to be. And last night I watched Cloverfield, which is a brisk 1 hour 25. So,
Yes. Thumbs up.
so I'm also going to go shopping more. Why not?
All right.
Yeah.
Chris.
Well, Chris.
You know what? I'm gonna go to shopping mall as well.
Yeah, let's
Here we go. All right.
Shopping mall.
All right, sounds
Let's
good.
go to the
All right, that's it for that side. So we got some fun picks going through. Die Hard 2.
Oh my gosh.
Die Hard 2 beat Scream. Yes. We can't
Yeah.
Beat Scream.
Okay, go.
Good Will Hunting.
I
took
voted
out
for Scream.
Paddington 2.
I know it's been your bet.
Spider-Man 2 over Maze Runner.
That'd be hard.
Tremors over Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
Speed over Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, poor Brian.
It Chapter 1 over Blind Spotting.
Oh, yeah.
We had Mortal Kombat over Searching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Midsommar over Norbit.
Yeah,
No way.
and Richie, it wasn't like it was a 4-2 or a 3-3 with a tiebreaker Mortal Kombat over Searching. It was like 5-1.
Yeah, it's 5-1. Yeah.
Turn the King. Got the Mummy over Harold.
Yeah, that
Killer.
would have been hard.
Yeah, that would have been hard. And Fievel Goes West over What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah. It's like, what the
Having a little fun. Richie, we're having a little fun tonight.
Yeah, right.
Truman Show over Hangover. And 1917 over The Wedding Singer.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll scroll on
Some
over
make
and see
sense,
what
some
we've got.
don't, but that's the fun of
We'll
it.
see the other 32 that we've got. All right, we got The Social Network versus Jingle All the Way.
Oh,
These
hell
matchups.
yeah. I know what I'm
man.
voting for, baby.
All right, so The Social Network is a 2-time winner. And it originally won Jacob's one of his 128s, but it is a 2-time winner. And Jingle All the Way won our most overrated movies, not by everyone, but Malcolm put it on the list, and we all liked it except him, so it won the tournament.
I love that movie. The movie's amazing.
Everybody thinks it wasn't overrated, and it won the tournament. So
Yeah.
there you go. So it is
Nice.
a winner. But we will start with myself, and yeah, it's fun because I love Jingle All the Way, but man, my love for Social Network it can't cloud it this time. Just this time, I've watched that movie so many times. So I'll go Social Network. But any other matchup, I probably would vote Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. I really like Jingle All the Way. Like, I think it's one of the Arnold movies I go back to more. But I mean, 'cause I'm a big fan of family movies and Christmas movies, so I'm signed up for a match for each of those for Moose Haas's trivia. Yeah, the Social Network. Like, who knew that a movie just about a social media platform could be that damn interesting? Like it was just so interesting. Like, I can't imagine that they made the Twitter movie that'd be that interesting. Like,
I reckon it would be now.
I mean,
It would be now with the Elon Musk stuff,
now,
now.
yeah, now with Elon Musk, yeah, maybe, but like you talk about the origins, maybe not, but yeah. I mean, Danny Boyle and Aaron Sorkin, like, that's a winning combo right there. So yeah, I gotta go with.
I will say also on a recent
Social
Battleground, I argued for a biopic that should get a sequel, and Alan Shepard voted for Straight Outta Compton. I voted for Social Network and made a case that you can make a Social Network sequel with all the stuff that's happened from Mark Zuckerberg in late, since then, 20 years or whatever since that movie takes place, and all the other social networks.
Going up against
All
Congress
kinds
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and all the other media MySpace and Twitter and all that
One of the
stuff.
sequels
and-
to Straight
yeah.
Outta Compton just be Death Row Records.
Well, I argue that the sequel would not be a sequel; it'd just be a spinoff. You'd just be spinning off all those other guys doing their solo things. It's not really like NWA died with Eazy-E, so it's not a sequel. I don't know.
Well, they're already making a sequel. It's going to be a Snoop Dogg movie. So
That's a spinoff movie, though.
Yeah.
Spin-off.
Yeah. So,
Steven.
but yes, Steven.
Did you say Danny Boyle? Because I think it's David Fincher, right?
David
Oh,
Fincher.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
I said
say
that.
Danny Boyle's on.
David Fincher. One of those ones with the D. Yeah, Fincher. Which I should know that 'cause he's one of my favorite.
Hey,
directors.
you just pulled a Chris. Good job.
Yeah, right. I did.
Because I just kind of make up names for actors. I'm just like, oh, that one guy.
Yeah.
Bill back.
Yeah.
I enjoy Jingle All the Way a lot, but can't go with Anarchy this time. Have to actually go with the better movie, Social Network.
Okay.
Yeah.
Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Jingle Away a lot. I think Phil Hartman is one of the better, villains all the time. I think he's amazing in this film. Probably the decent thing. I mean, I haven't seen much of anything that Rita Wilson's been in, except for this. But yeah, she's right. But yeah, and as much as I love Jingle All the Way, I think it. Yeah, I think it gets unfairly shit on sometimes. It's it's nowhere near the Social Network. Great, yeah, the Social Network is some of the best writing I've seen in a movie, and yeah, just so interesting. And Jesse, and I'm glad they don't shy away from portraying Mark Zuckerberg as a bit of a dick. So I'll go Social Network.
We want to find Rita Wilson. I guess she's over at Tom Hanks's house hanging out.
Well, she just is enjoying life being Tom Hanks's wife. So I mean,
Yeah, right.
doesn't really
Why
need to
not?
work.
Yeah, she doesn't need to work. Yeah. But Chris, what do you think?
I mean, the Social Network's all right. It's a good movie for what it was, but it's not Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way definitely is their winner here. I don't really care for Social Network. I saw it once, and that was the only time I've watched it.
You should
it
really
was
watch
alright.
it again. It's aged very well, actually. It's
Yeah,
aged
it actually
very, very
has.
well. Yeah.
Well, then buy me it as a late Christmas present. Then.
Well, Chris, I'll say this: when they finally bring it out on 4K, because it's only 4K as part of a Columbia collection right now. When they finally put the solo, I'll send you my DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Jacob.
Especially Andrew Garfield. It's like a breakup point for him.
It's great. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
He's awesome
Wow.
in that movie. Yeah, he's fantastic. Jacob.
Well,
Well, I mean, I can't vote against my favorite movie of all time now, can I? No, Jingle All the Way is a lot of fun. Great Christmas watch, but yeah, Social Network, great performances, great script. So Social Network.
All right.
Yeah.
Social Network this time. All right. We're going to have Dogma versus Spider-Man No Way Home. All right. Which Dogma won, I believe, it was our comedy versus tournament. That one with Malcolm versus Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
on that one. And then Spider-Man No Way Home, I believe, was one of the ones for that year.
2021 or something.
Yeah, it was. I'm trying to get the exact one.
One of those yearly ones, I think, didn't it?
Yes. I'm just trying to find the exact one here.
Well, it came out in 2021.
Spider-Man No Way Home, yes, won the 2021 tournament. That's correct. One of them. Yeah. I just had to confirm that. Okay. So Jordan, you'll be up first.
Yeah, well, you know me, I'm a big Spider-Man guy, and yeah, like Spider-Man No Way Home blew me away. I own it on 4K, and yeah, I've watched it at least like 3 more times. It's great, and Dogma. I forgot how good that movie actually is, though. I went back and I watched it. You can find it on YouTube, so that's about the only place you can watch it, and yeah, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. It's another one from them. They have great chemistry, as always. And then Chris Rock is great. What's his name? Professor Snape. I always forget his
Alan
name.
Rickman.
Yeah, Alan Rickman. So, yeah, those are some of the standouts for me. And of course, Jane Silent Bob. But yeah, to me, it just doesn't quite stack up to Spider-Man No Way Home. That movie's great, and especially the way that that movie ended. Like, it has me really pumped up for where they're going to go with the next one. So yeah, I will vote for No Way Home.
Steven.
Yeah, there's a few I haven't seen yet, but I think it's safe to say that No Way Home is far and away the best MCU movie of Phase 4.
Yeah.
Although I still haven't seen Wakanda Forever, but I love Dogma. And Kevin Smith actually made like a really funny and enjoyable movie about religion, surprisingly. So, yeah, I got to go with Dogma.
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, I'm a big Kevin Smith guy. You put a Kevin Smith movie next to most movies. I'll probably vote for the Kevin Smith movies, unless it's yoga houses or maybe cop out. That's about the only two. I'm like, okay. But yeah, so and Dogma's great. I'm glad I own it because you can't get it. It's pretty hard to get anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, and yeah, it's great. Yeah, ahead of its time, and yeah, it took me a while to appreciate it because I watched it a bit too young. But when I did, I loved it. So when I learned to appreciate it, it became one of my top Kevin Smith movies. So I'll go to Dogma.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Chris.
Chris. What do you think?
I like Dogma, but I gotta definitely go with Spider-Man: No Way Home. The movie was phenomenal.
Yeah, like who didn't like just love it seeing all three Spider-Mans like on screen like that. I mean, I don't know anyone who was like, that's not for me, you know. So yeah, but Jacob.
Yeah, I love No Way Home. I've seen it at least 4 or 5 times since the theater. I think it's great. Dogma is one that I haven't gone back to since the first time I watched it. I know it's on YouTube, and I should probably give it a rewatch. But just going based off a sheer number of rewatches this time, I gotta go No Way Home.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I'll also go based off the sheer number of rewatches, which is going to be Dogma for me, because you put any of those first 5 Kevin Smith movies in front of there, from like Clerks to Jay and Bob Strike Back, and I'm a happy guy. Yeah, I went through a big Kevin Smith phase in the early 2000s, like just watching all those movies a lot. So, and one of the early cinematic universes, the Viewers universe. So before the MCU. So I'll go with Dogma, and that makes it a tie. Goes to me, and I'm going to put through Dogma.
Ooh,
yeah,
an upset, but
yeah.
I saw this really cool video yesterday of like Kevin Smith. You can look it up on YouTube, doing a little Q&As after Clerks 3, and he's like talking about an alternate script for Clerks 3 that's like a really darker, like way darker version, and he like gets really excited like the way that he retells it. So I'd recommend that. Like trying to find that on YouTube. Yeah.
All right, we got Twister versus John Wick. All right. So John Wick won Richie's original 64 movies, and Twister won our disaster / man versus nature kind of a tournament. So so 2 good ones here. But we'll go Steven.
Twister.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, it's just hard. I will rewatch both these a lot. I'm a bit, I love John Wick. I love I love the world that created the franchise. I'm a bit iffy about the Twisters movie that's coming out. But
I know.
That Twister on itself is really, really good. This is hard. I guess because I won my tournament, I'll just go John Wick.
That's fair. Chris?
Well, Chris, yeah.
You're muted. Chris, you're muted.
Muted, bro.
Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah.
So, God, I love the movie Twister, but I haven't seen it in a bit. I need to rewatch that movie. But John Wick is incredible. I got to go with that one.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Twister. John Wick is a great action movie, and a movie that really surprised me because I was like, Keanu Reeves action movie, maybe, but like it created this world that I'm excited to revisit every time they come out with a new one. I can't wait for chapter 4. So I'm gonna go with John Wick.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, John Wick's great. It's awesome. But man, Twister is one I've owned on every format you could own it on. It's another one I watched like 900 times growing up because I had it on VHS. I'm obsessed with that movie as well. I'm very trepidatious about the sequel. I'm against it. I mean, 2 of your main stars are not with us anymore, so I just rather not have it. How
you gonna do it without Philip Seymour Hoffman and Bill
Paxton? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
So Helen Hunt hasn't done anything for a while. Will she want to do this?
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah,
I love. Back the dump truck of money to her house.
Yeah, but I'll still go with Twister because I love that movie. So Twister.
Yeah. Well, so now I just keep on picturing that that speed score with the twist of dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
You can do some of the scenes where they're chasing the tornado. I swear you can play it. It's the same director, same score guy. They're interchangeable. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and Twister's awesome. Like, it's definitely like the best disaster movie out there. But I mean, it's John Wick. John Wick's in my top 10 movies of all time, and like it's funny. I was watching Dan Murrow do his like most anticipated, and he's like, I kind of thought or I kind of hoped John Wick 3 would have been the last one, and they would have ended there. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like we need to like keep this train going forever and ever and ever. Like give me John Wick 15, 16, give it all to me. Come on. So yeah. I'll vote John Wick all day. So.
Okay. All right, John Wick. We'll move on. And our next matchup will be The Dark Knight versus Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I got some fun matchups.
Kind of dark movies if you think about it.
Yeah. So Willy Wonka won Brian Nussbaum's original 64 way back when. And The Dark Knight won.
Was it Jordan Owen?
GPOs.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm just trying to confirm that on my won JPO's original 64. That's correct.
Yeah.
So there we go, and we'll start with Richie.
I like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I think it's great. Still the best one. Again, with too much predations about the prequel. Don't know if you need one, but I'll watch it. And Gene Wilder's fantastic in this. But yeah, The Dark Knight still holds up. It's just one of the best. I think it's going to stand the test time as one of the best Batman movies of all time. You can make it even if it is actually the best Batman, but yeah, I can't go past The Dark Knight, so I'll go The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Sounds good. Chris.
And by the way, Richie, if they made the Dark Knight poster nowadays, it would just be everybody's Photoshop faces.
Everybody's
face.
face.
Cool like that.
Yeah.
Back when they were still making cool posters instead of just popping every, just be Gary Oldman's face and Heath Ledger's face and Aaron Eckhart's face and everybody's face.
Just because they're all in it doesn't mean they all need to be on the poster. We can, some people are famous enough that you know what they look like.
Yeah, just put their names on there and do a cool poster. I'm cool with that.
What do you mean you don't need all the? Oh wait.
Oh,
Right.
What do you mean you don't need?
Gosh.
Wait.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait, no, yep, no.
No.
Wait. There's one more.
Oh, sad. But Chris, what do you think?
You know what? Only because I love the latest Batman movie, probably the best. No, definitely the best movie. Definitely the best Batman movie. I'm gonna go with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory because it's a little bit nutty, it's a little bit crazy at times, but him as Willy Wonka is freaking incredible.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, it's probably the closest matchup so far, but Willy Wonka is to me what Tremors is to Pez. I've seen this movie like more times than I can count. I love this movie. I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of it. And The Dark Knight, it's kind of fallen off a little bit for me. It's just not one that I've gone back to as far as superhero movies go. I still think it's great. But I think there's been a lot of quality superhero movies over the years, and like I said, Willy Wonka is my Tremors. So I'll go with Willy Wonka.
I will say, Jacob, Willy Wonka is still nostalgia to me. I also had it on VHS and watched it 1,000 times because it was just there. And as we all know, if you had VHS tapes, it's whatever 20 or 30 or 40 you had, you just watched them all over and over and over again. That's just what you watched because So, so it's a battle of that versus a movie that it's funny. You always you go man, is The Dark Knight overplayed? And then you sit down and watch it, and you're like, no, it's still fucking great, start to finish. You know what? I'll go with nostalgia this time. I'll say Willy Wonka just because. Yeah.
Yeah, this matchup's kind of interesting for me because Willy Wonka was also one of those VHS tapes I just had sitting around that I ended up watching over and over when I was growing up, and it's kind of like how you say you just watch it because it's there. It's kind of like before they had streaming services and you only had TV, like just like regular channels before even cable. You just watch whatever's on because it's there. You know, like things got like high ratings that like I don't know if they'd ever get that higher ratings today, but yeah, and Willy Wonka is just one of those movies that the more and more that I watch it, like there's just more to love about it. Like it's dark in like all the best ways. Like there's a lot of theories that they're like, is he putting kids into the chocolates, or like where do the kids go? What happens to them? You know, like it's just like all these things. But then there's also a story about family and there's even interesting stuff before they get to the chocolate factory.
And grandma and a horribly lazy grandpa that should be paid.
Yeah, the Grandpa Joe. Yeah, like he's in bed for like 20 years, and then all of a sudden, like he gets to go to a chocolate factory and just jumping up and dancing.
He did volunteer to give up his tobacco, but
after like 15 years.
Yeah,
At least got up to have a shower.
What about Aunt Georgina and like Grandma Georgette and all those other ones, you know? But but in The Dark Knight, like it's great, like especially the performance from Heath Ledger. Like I think that like he deserved the Oscar win. He won, right? Like he actually won.
Possibly.
Yeah. So
he would have been nominated anyway.
So like he deserved that, but I actually am more of a Batman Begins guy, so I'll vote for Willy Wonka.
All right, Steven.
I will go with The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we go to Willy Wonka. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Where to? All right.
Yes.
So got Mary Poppins.
Ooh.
Versus Dread.
Versus Dread.
How about this matchup?
What a weird epic rap battles of history is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
totally similar.
Don't underestimate what Mary Poppins can pull out of her bag now. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
So Mary Poppins
pulled
won
a Tommy gun out of her bag. Yeah.
Mary Poppins won Mr. Jacob Barber's original 64 and became his favorite movie. And Dread won, let's see.
Wasn't it yours?
Like the One Location ones? Or was it?
Maybe, yeah.
I'm trying to think what
Dread actually won one of my 128 parts.
I was going to say, yes.
Yeah.
I was actually right on the mark. I thought it was one of your 128s.
Sure did. So, Chris, you're up first. What a weird matchup for our 100. That's why I like
Yeah.
Considering I still have not seen the remake of Dread. And I know we've talked about this, and it comes up all the time. I need to watch it. But for that reason, I'm going to have to go with Mary Poppins, because Mary Poppins is amazing anyways.
Yeah. It is, yeah. But Jacob?
Come on. You don't have to come to me. It's Mary Poppins. It's number one.
True, yeah. Well, Austin?
This is tough. Do I go with what's actually higher on my personal list or what won that tournament? It was my tournament.
Yeah, it's your tournament.
Yeah. Just because it won my tournament on a technicality, I'll give it a Dread. But in my actual things, it's in my top 20. So Mary Poppins is. So, but I'll go Dread. But any other ones, I would have got Mary Poppins probably.
Yeah, this one's kind of interesting because I kind of think like Mary, like so charming, she could talk a lot of action heroes off the ledge and from doing a certain thing. But like Dread, like he wouldn't give a fuck. He would just blow Mary away. Like he would not care. So like
you're underestimating Mary.
Yeah.
That's your comparison?
Yeah. So like just kind of interesting. So yeah. So I mean, but even still, like it's just tough. Like because I love both these movies so much, but I think I've gone back to Mary Poppins way more times. I've seen it at least like probably 24 times. So I'll go with Mary Poppins.
Mary's not the law. I'm
Yeah.
the law.
Yeah.
Mary's going down. I got shit in my bag.
Yeah. I am the
Come
law.
now,
Yeah.
Drop the bag, Mary. Drop the bag.
Yeah. Drop the bag. Yeah. What kind of substance you have in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven?
I'm actually going to go with Mary Poppins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Richie.
Yeah, I mean, I like Mary Poppins. I haven't gone back to it probably as much as other people. I've seen it twice. And it did inspire like, one of my favorite Simpsons episodes, the Sherry Bobbins one.
Yeah, the Sherry Bobbins.
I really like that episode a lot. Homer Simpson,
Let-
he's about history.
Let me add no fat chicks when they're saying all that.
But yeah, Dread's amazing, and yeah, it sucks that I don't know if we'll ever get the sequel. I think that should be sailed, unfortunately. But yeah, it surprised me, and yeah, I think Carl Urban is born to play the role, and yeah, so I will go Dread.
All right.
Yeah.
A little love for Dread, but Mary Poppins will
Yeah.
sing her way to the next round.
Is the
Jolly
Shelley,
holiday with Mary.
I came into this. My only hope was that Mary Poppins made it past the first round.
And it does.
So,
Yeah.
is the Shelley Poppins episode or what? The one where they're
Sherry
putting pepper in something, and Bart keeps going a little more, too much. Take it away.
Yeah, it might be
Yeah.
that. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What-
I always
Speaking of
Olive
a movie
Garden.
similar to Dread, The Raid.
Oh man.
I think that one location.
Yeah, and Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have The Raid. Let me just make it official.
That one must have been the one location.
Yeah, so The Raid, yeah, won a one location tournament, and Jojo Rabbit, I believe one of the yearly tournaments. I think one of the 2019 tournaments. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Jacob will be up first.
Yeah, and I'm conflicted because do I vote for the better movie or do I vote strategically to try to get Mary Poppins through to the next round as well? No, I'm not going to do that. I am going to vote for the movie that I've watched quite a few times, and I think it's just an action-packed ride from start to finish, and that's The Raid.
Well, you don't want to see Mary Poppins go up against like Uko Uwais or whatever in the next round with the Raid. Yeah.
Because I think I know where the votes are going to go.
Yeah.
Well,
this one's a little easier for me, yeah, because I saw Jojo Rabbit. It's all right. Like I think it's got some tonal issues. I don't know. I'm not as high on it as everybody else is, but I love The Raid. So yeah, I'll go with The Raid.
yeah, this one's tough, but it's going to be. The Raid's going up against my favorite director, Taika Waititi. Like I just love his sense of humor, the like style, like just like everything that he's doing in this a movie. And it has heart. It's got humor. It's got some like sort of historical things. I mean, it's historical adjacent, I guess. And you have Sam Rockwell. I mean, like it's hard for me to ever vote against him. So yeah, I'll vote for Jojo Rabbit. And also Scarlett Johansson's performance is like outstanding. So
All right,
yeah,
Steven.
I'll go with The Raid.
Okay.
Yeah,
Richie.
Yeah, Jojo Rabbit's all right, but yeah, I'll go with the Raid. I think the Raid is great, and yeah, just a fun action-packed film that I think it would always tends to go far in this tournament and for good reason. So great.
Yeah. That's good. Well, Chris.
So I was obviously late to liking The Raid, but such a damn good movie. But it's Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit came out of left field for me. I didn't really see it in theaters. I didn't really know what to expect, honestly, and I ended up loving it. So I got to go with Jojo Rabbit.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little split, but it's going to be The Raid 4-2.
And I think there's an argument to be made that that quote on the poster can just stop at the best action movie.
Yeah.
Definitely one of them for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got Batman and Robin versus Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Well, I know Batman and Robin won Guilty Pleasures.
Yeah, Batman and Robin won the Guilty Pleasures tournament. Yeah, the very long episode we did with Adam Witt. That went, I think, like 5 hours or something. Very long
something like that.
And then Roger Rabbit won my original 64, so it was my favorite movie at the time. So yeah, it's me first. Yeah, this one's fairly easy. I can enjoy Batman and Robin for what it is. You know, have a couple of drinks, have a good time with it. You know what I mean? It's not a good movie, but you know, I've grown to have fun with it. But I've seen it a million times because I had it on VHS with the other ones. So, you know, I've seen it 8,000 times. But yeah, it's Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit's so good. Got the 4K last year. It's great. And it just gets better and better every time I watch it. So yeah, I'll go Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember doing our guilty pleasure movie tournament. We had Adam Witt on and just talking about Robin or Batman and Robin. And speaking of that, he reached out to me about a couple of episodes he wanted to be on. So I gotta.
I'll
sure that-
clear my schedule. I'll make sure I'm not doing anything that day. Cause,
Yeah, right. Yeah, you wanted the whole day clear for that one because. But I
We'll be
I
starting.
just want
at 2
to
p.m.
not forget to add him
Yeah.
to the schedule. So yeah. But yeah, and Robin's fun. Like I don't know, like for whatever reason, I just have fun with that movie, even though like it's not that good, but still, like you know what, like we can have a little anarchy and like it depends if the movie's going against like an all timer, and I think Roger Rabbit is an all timer for like what it did for like live action and animation. But I mean, I'm gonna go with Batman and Robin. So let's go, Batman and Robin. Yeah, Steven.
Batman and Robin was on TV like a couple months ago. I started watching it. I stopped watching it after 10 minutes.
Oh, sad.
This movie is worse than I remember it being, and I remember it being pretty bad. Yeah, definitely got to go with Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Was it the bat nipples that made you turn it off, Steven?
It was
Or what was it?
everything.
You
The
like-
writing is just the writing was just atrocious. I mean,
Man, you didn't even get to Coolio. Damn.
Yeah.
That's just Coolio. R.I.P. Coolio.
Yeah.
Oh
RIP.
yeah.
Even the set looked so fake. I mean, it was just horrible.
Well, and Richie, it's funny. We were just talking about comic book posters that just plaster people's face, but this is 1997, and they just have
Yeah, they
everybody's
did that,
face on that posters. They were even doing it back in the 90s. That's a
Ahead of the
boring
curve.
poster. Yeah,
They saw the trend early.
yeah.
Yeah, and why do the men get their own section, but the women have to share one?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable.
Anyway,
Yeah, and
seriously.
everyone remembers. Yeah, Batman's not even top billed, just like the original 89 one. Arnold Schwarzenegger was
No.
top billed in that movie.
Yeah. Weird.
Richie.
This is still very
Yeah,
early and George.
Oh, I
Clooney.
know.
yeah. Like Batman's a good, like, fun drunk watch. If you want to see a really fun review, I think about 6 years ago now, Chris Stuckman and the Flick Pick teamed up to do like a hilarious review, which is pretty funny. So you go check that out. But yeah, in this case, I'm probably going to go with I'll go with a better movie, which is Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Chris.
Chris,
I had fun with Batman and Robin like everyone else did. I don't think it's the greatest movie in the world. But Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl is awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go with Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. On Jacob.
Yeah, I like a good anarchy pick, but man, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is getting better for me every time I watch it. So while I have fun with Batman and Robin, I will go with Who Framed Roger Rabbit this time.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's go on down to the 40-year-old virgin versus Back to the Future.
Oh, okay.
So Back to the Future has only won one tournament, and oddly enough, it was our IMDb 64 tournament that it won.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Forgot that we
Yes.
did that
And-
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and the 40-year-old virgin won one of the 3 rom-com tournaments. So, yes.
Okay.
All right. So we will go to Jordan first.
Yeah, this one's interesting because I love the 40-Year-Old Virgin. I think that it's like one of the best comedies that ever made. I think it's like very smart. Like it's got a great cast. Like it has some of the people you expect to see in there, but a few surprise people that kind of come out of left field and kind of put Steve Carell on the map as far as doing comedy. And it's really good. But yeah, Back to the Future though just is like holds a special place for me and probably for a lot of people. And one of these days I'm gonna wear my full Marty McFly suit or costume. I have the like puffy vest. I have the like self-lacing shoes. They don't actually self-lace, but they look like identical to them. And then like even the
Send them back.
rainbow hat, all that stuff. Yeah, right. Well, they light up at least, but
Ooh.
but yeah, I'm gonna vote for Back to the Future. I think.
Steven?
So you guys were talking about posters earlier. I think I remember you guys love this poster. But I look at this poster now, and if I'm being honest, this poster, if I didn't know the movie, kind of makes it look like one of those stupid Happy Madison movies.
Yeah, actually, kind of does. Yeah.
I just think it's just a classic, like, look at this fucking nerd,
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
just like it just
Yeah,
when you see you just look at him and then you look at the title of the movie and you're like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
just
why
a classic,
he is a 40-year-old virgin.
simple poster that kind of gets right to the point. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I could, yeah, okay,
Yup.
Look at this photograph.
yeah.
Yeah, that guy's probably a virgin at that age. Yeah.
That being said, I mean, Back to the Future's. I mean, I love that the 40-year-old virgin, but Back to the Future's one of my all-time favorites as well. So I gotta go with Back to the Future.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Richie?
Yeah, I was actually going to praise the poster. I think the poster's great, but I think 40 Religions. I go back to it all the time. I watched it kind of maybe a couple months ago, and yeah, I still love it. It's still endlessly quotable. I like all the sort of the small parts in it. I think the part with Leslie Mann driving the cars, it still holds up. It's really funny. So I want to get some fucking French toast.
That's good.
The Kevin Hart's cameo is funny. You come out with me a lot of big words. I'm going to take them as disrespect.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just go back to it more than Back to the Future. So I'll go 40-year-old virgin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris?
Well,
I gotta go with Back to the Future.
yeah. Jacob?
Yeah, I think my favorite scene in the 40-year-old virgin is the speed dating card scene.
Yeah.
Kimberly
Page, Richie.
Kimberly Page with the thing. Yeah.
Pops up.
Yeah, the city pops up, yeah.
But other than that, like I don't really remember much of the movie. Whereas Back to the Future, I remember like a lot of the movie because it's in my top 10 and I watch it all the time. Back to the Future.
You need to stop mind fucking my friend. I changed my number, I changed my address. I did. Oh, well, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that, so I'm sorry. No, 40 Virgin is awesome. Definitely one of my favorite comedies of the 2000s. But yeah, every time you think like, is Back to the Future really that good? I go like see it in the theater, and I'm like, yeah, it's really that good. And then I'm like, yeah, it is. So Back to the Future. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. And we'll scroll on down to Con Air
Ooh,
versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
What?
2, The Secret
that's
of the
not
Ooze.
fair.
So, Con Air won our serial killer tournament, movies featuring a serial killer, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 won our family movie tournament. So, there you go. Yeah, which I had forgotten, but it did.
They're the same movies. What
Yes.
are you talking about?
Yeah. Yes, Steven, you're up first.
Okay, I don't know. I can't remember if I was actually on or if I was just watching it live and live chat, because I remember thinking, okay, I enjoy Con Air a lot, but it's not really a serial killer movie.
It says movies featuring a serial killer, which it does.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
movies that are about like
It was movies featuring a serial killer. And Steve Buscemi in that movie is Garland Green, the Marietta Mangler. He's a serial killer.
I just thought they were better in terms of the title.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm still pretty sure it beat like Silence of the Lambs, and that's probably a better movie. But yeah.
Oh, it was another Anarchy pick. I was on that episode.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That opening scene of Secret of the Ooze never fails to get me hungry for pizza. The credit scene.
Yeah.
With everyone eating
Pizza
pizza.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go with Con Air in this case.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
Richie?
huge Turtles fan. I love Secret of the Ooze. I love most of the Turtles films, except for the follow-up to this one. And that's pretty much it. I like most of them. And they're a lot of fun, and I own it. But Con Air is just balls to the wall fun. and something I'll go back to a lot. Even both of them I go back to a lot, but I think Con Air just edges it out for me. So I'll go Con Air.
Yeah. Well, Chris, you done?
I love both of these movies, but you know what? I can't vote against Teen Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay. All right, Jacob.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Turtles,
Jacob.
they're my childhood. I love these movies, especially the first two. I don't hate the third one. So yeah, I'll go TMNT. Dose.
Yeah.
Austin.
Austin.
The one thing that hurts Secret of the Ooze, no Casey Jones, no Elias Koteas.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, And then he comes back with the third one, just does nothing. Con Air is the best Michael Bay movie that isn't a Michael Bay movie, and it's awesome. And it's, I think it's one of those things where if you wanted to show somebody, hey, what was action movies like in the '90s? You can just show them Con Air, and it would kind of epitomize everything about '90s action.
Such a great movie.
So yeah, Con Air. I love
But
it.
apparently, it's not out on 4K.
Not yet. I'll pick it up when it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah, like I think Con Air is fun, but I just don't really have like the crazy love everyone has for it. I think it's good though, and like it's a good kind of just a balls to the wall action kind of just like movie like that. But yeah, I grew up with The Secret of the Ooze. Like I think that's great, and like getting older and like finding out how much the movie studio meddled in this movie. Like it could have been even better, but I feel like they did the best that they could with all the restrictions that they put on them. Like they weren't allowed to use their weapons. There's not Casey Jones. I don't know if that was the studio's doing, but they have Kino, the pizza delivery guy, in there. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that there's no like Bebop and Rocksteady. They're like a pseudo like kind of knockoff Bebop and Rocksteady, but even still, I still love it. I still think it's great. So I got to go with Secret of the Ooze.
All right, we got a tie, and it goes to you, Jordan.
Ooh, I gotta go Secret of the Ooze. Let's go.
All right.
I like Con Air a lot, but I will say I do like The Rock and Face Off more.
Yeah.
All right, got They Live versus Palm Springs.
Ooh.
So Palm Springs won the 2020 tournament, and They Live is a two-time winner. One of our multi-time winners won Papa West 64 and also won the Wrestlers in Movies tournament. So yeah. All right. So we will go to Richie first, oddly enough. Speaking of wrestlers.
Yeah.
There's
like remember like it started a debate where like Ryan Johnson said Batista's the best like wrestler to cross over to acting, and then somebody mentioned not Roddy Piper, and I made the argument that he, like you could argue that They Live is the best performance by a wrestler. But yeah, as far as our overall career, he didn't really do a lot. But yeah, They Live is, I think, it's the best performance by a wrestler. And I think that there's I think I think he's amazing at it, and it's just I think it works on a lot of levels. But Palm Springs is really good too. I think it's just one of those surprises of 2020 when you kind of needed a good surprise in 2020 because
Yep, you definitely did.
I like the sort of that's how the timely genre is sort of coming back. Probably maybe it's nostalgia. I mean, I don't mind if Palm Springs goes through, but I'll go They Live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris.
Well,
so I love They Live. Great movie. I wish I'd picked up one of the Funko Pops when I saw them. But Palm Springs blew me away. That was one of the movies I was very late to. I was like, why am I going to watch it? Doesn't look good. Like basically everyone on this panel was like, or most of you were like, dude, you need to check out Palm Springs. Like, why the hell would I watch it? And I watched it and was blown away. Such a freaking good movie.
Yeah, you should listen to us sometimes, Chris.
J.K. Simmons playing the insane bad guy in there was holy shit, balls to the wall. So I got to go with Palm Springs. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Jacob?
Yeah, I really enjoy Palm Springs. I think it was a fun take on the time loop. J.K. Simmons was good. Andy Samberg yeah, good movie. But They Live, I think, is incredible for that fight scene alone. That lasts like 5 minutes longer than it should, but I don't care that it lasted 5 minutes longer than it should have because it was amazing. They Live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, you gotta love a fight scene where Roddy Piper gets to back suplex, Keith David. It's great on the pavement, which would really, really hurt if you actually did that. And yeah, I really like Palm Springs as well. I like the little twist of Palm Springs that it's not, if he dies or it's just the one day, like it's just, whenever he falls asleep. So he's like, oh yeah, I went for 4 days on like a crystal meth bender until I passed out, and then it reset. Like I thought it was great. And, it was good stuff. I enjoyed it, but yeah, I'll go They Live. Also, it's good John Carpenter stuff. So,
yeah, I think They Live rocks. Like it's so good. Like Roddy Piper's great. Yeah, Keith David. Just like it's a really fun and unique concept that like you just wonder if they're gonna throw this wrestler in there. Is it gonna be any good? And yeah, it's great. Like it's John Carpenter too, so that certainly helps. But and at Palm Springs blew me away also. Like the fun time loop movie, especially anything with a Kristen Melody. Like I wish she would have been in How I Met Your Mother way more than she was, but because she's great. But I think I gotta give it to They Live. It's a close one, but I'll go with They Live.
I always forget that she's in Wolf of Wall Street. She's like Leo's wife at the beginning of the movie that like breaks up.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Steven.
I'm trying to remember if I'm forgetting something, but I would probably say that Palm Springs is the second best time loop movie after Groundhog Day. So I'll go with Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with that, They Live actually wins this one 4-2. And we'll scroll down and we've got Total Recall versus Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Ooh. Okay.
So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse won our non-universe comic book movies, so our non-connected to other greater universe comic book movies, and Total Recall won our Arnie and Sly tournament.
Okay.
So yeah. So we'll go to Chris.
Ooh, I love both of these movies, but I gotta go with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
If your phone rings on camera, you got to answer it live on camera.
Yep, no pressure. Hello, hi, we're live.
Yeah.
No,
I can help you.
Yeah. Especially if it's a scam call, we got to see if your car's extended
You mess
warranty
with
is ending.
Oh, they're gonna leave a message. All right, everyone.
It's a scam call.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
No.
Ask them if they prefer Total Recall or Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Do you prefer Total Recall or Spider-Man? No.
Dang. Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Jacob.
You could get a 7th vote and actually count it for one round.
No, this one's easy because I haven't seen Total Recall and I adore Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Looking forward to the sequel coming out later this year. So Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Austin?
Well, Total Recall doesn't give me a migraine and motion sickness, so I'll go Total Recall.
Yeah.
Not one of my most anticipated movies of 2023. I can't watch it.
Yeah. Well, like I don't know if there's any way to watch it at home and like do some kind of like adjustment so like it won't give you a headache. I don't know.
I tried. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, some kind of visual adjustment. But yeah. I mean, a Total Recall is fun, like the fun movie to quote Arnie, like Cohagen, give these people ale. Like it's just, like it's fun, but and it has a 3-boobed girl in it. That's kind of interesting.
Is that all you guys think about?
Interesting.
I mean, only 23 hours of the day.
Yeah, right.
Everyone wants a 3-boob alien. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how much a comment would be if you like when a chick showed you her boobs and you're like, oh, they're interesting.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, but yeah, like I kind of got a similar reaction. I got a slight headache from watching the first end of the Spider-Verse, but like the more and more that I watch this movie, like this movie like rocks. The movie's like so good. Like the voice casting's perfect. Like I really like Shamik Moore from Dope being the Miles Morales. I think he kills it. And then like who would have thought that Jake Johnson would be a good voice for a Spider-Man? Like that works. And yeah, like I'm really looking forward to the sequel and like the fact that it's kind of animated the way that it is like cool because it looks more like a comic book, but at the same time like it doesn't put it as high on my anticipation list because it does slightly still give me a headache, but I really try to look past that if I can. But yeah, in this matchup, I'll vote for Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah,
Steven.
I like Into the Spider-Verse. I enjoyed it quite a bit, although I do think it gets a little too much praise. I probably would rank it like as my, I don't know, fourth or fifth favorite Spider-Man movie, although
okay.
I have a bit of a hot take over what my favorite is, but
You like Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 3.
That's what I just heard.
Mhm.
This is a fair move all time.
Yeah.
but no, I love Total Recall. It's one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies, so I'm gonna definitely go with Total Recall.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Total Recall as well. I like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but I think, I just think, even though, one, so kind of under it, I just feel like no one talks about Total Recall enough as far when it comes to Arnie's Law, and I think it's a really good sci-fi film. And Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse doesn't have a three-tiered alien, so you got that. And it's also, I mean, although Total Recall, when I think Total Recall, I also, unfortunately think of the Colin Farrell remake, which is unfortunate, but yeah, it's a lot better than that one.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, you mean the one where they don't even go to Mars? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I'll go Total Recall.
Okay. You got another tie, and it goes down to Steven.
I will stick to Total Recall.
Oh, okay. There you go. Total Recall. Yeah. All right. Scrolling on down to The Godfather versus My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh.
All right. So My Big Fat Greek Wedding won.
The day of my daughter's Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right.
One of the other rom-com tournaments, and The Godfather has only won one tournament, but that was Malcolm's original 64. So yeah, we will go to Jacob.
Yeah, I enjoyed My Big Fat Greek Wedding a lot more than I thought I would because I'm not really a huge into rom-coms, but I had a lot of fun with it. But it's The Godfather we're talking about, and it would be a crime once again if it did not make it past the first round, even though all of these movies have made it past the first round. But yeah, The Godfather.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'm Austin.
Yeah, and it's no shade to My Big Fat Greek Wedding. It is my favorite rom-com. It's a movie that I worked at the theater when it came out and watched it a lot and just really liked, a lot of the comedy, and I thought it was some good family stuff. I've grown to love The Godfather more and more and more and watch it a lot. So and the 4Ks look great. Might be showcasing those on our show on Saturday. So yeah, I'll go with The Godfather.
Yeah. Well, I kind of know where these things go. I don't know. Like I always have this feeling that like once The Godfather's in there, it wins everything. Like I don't know. That's just me.
It doesn't because it's only won one tournament, so technically it hasn't.
Well, no, but I don't know. I've seen it in polls and other shows and other things, but and like I'm not even that big of a fan of A Big Fat Greek Wedding. I just couldn't, like wasn't really relating to it that well, and The Godfather's one of them. When I have a good excuse, like I gotta watch it for another show or something like that, I am gonna rewatch it and just like sit down and like really pay attention, trying to and get a little more out of it. But I just haven't had the chance to do that yet. So just because I kind of know where this is going to go, I'm going to go with my big fat Greek wedding. Steven?
Still haven't seen my Big Fat Greek Wedding, and The Godfather is in my top 20 of all time. So, The Godfather.
Yeah, sounds good.
Did you say what tournaments these won?
What's that?
Did you say what tournaments these two won?
Yeah, so Greek Wedding was one of the 3-part rom-com tournaments, and Godfather won Malcolm 64. But that's the only one that's actually.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, all good. I love my Big Fat Greek Wedding. I'm not a huge rom-com guy either, but I like that movie a lot. But yeah, I think in this case I'm gonna go Godfather.
Yeah. Chris?
You know what? I'm gonna give some more love to my Big Fat Greek Wedding. I was late to watching that, and it definitely surprised the hell out of me. I loved it. So I'm gonna go with that one.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, 4-2, still going to be The Godfather.
Yeah.
We will
Great seat to
score
change too.
Billy Madison, Jacob's favorite movie, Malcolm's favorite movie.
Go.
All right, versus Zombieland.
Ooh.
Which Zombieland won our zombie and infected people tournament, and Billy Madison was a late one, and it won Richie's tournament. So yeah, one of Richie's 128s. So yeah, all right. So it's me first. Yeah, this is tougher than you might think. I really like both these movies, but I'll go Billy Madison for nostalgia's sake. I had that one on the chest as well with Happy Gilmore.
Yep. Yeah, like I was one of those guys. I grew up with Billy Madison, and I showed it to my younger brothers because I'm the oldest. Like when they were like way too young to watch that kind of thing, like 2 and 3 years old, like that young is when I was showing it to them. So like probably not the best time for like little kids to watch a movie like that, but hey, I did it. And Zombieland's great too. Like you talk about like one of the best opening credit scenes. Like I love what they do with all the rules and like the zombie kills and like the Bill Murray stuff. Like is all great. And both these are in my 128. But I've been on like a big Billy Madison early Adam Sandler high, and I got one of the shirts from the movie, so I gotta go for it. So I'm gonna go Billy Madison.
Mm-hmm. All right, Steven.
I don't hate Billy Madison, but I'm not a particularly big fan of it either. I definitely prefer Happy Gilmore. So Zombieland by far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah, this was pretty tough for me. I think Zombieland I watched a lot, but Billy Madison I watched a lot as well. I guess just because it's a bit more quotable and it won my tournament, I'll go Billy Madison.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
I'm gonna go with Billy Madison. Solely for the penguin in there.
Yeah, the Penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what's going on here.
Yeah.
And I have a penguin Funko Pop from that movie.
Yeah. Nice.
I like when he's chasing him drunk and he's just going, Penguin!
Hey, yeah.
Yes.
Penguin!
Call the zoo. People at the zoo are a real nice penguin. They'll treat you real respectable. Yeah. Yeah.
Jacob, vote for Billy Madison, right?
Gee, yeah. What are you gonna vote for?
I thought you walked away to protest. Did you?
Yeah.
Is that
Drinking a beer.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to drink away the memory of Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. He's voting for Zombieland. That's fine.
We're gonna do it one time and only one time because it's gonna advance. I won't do it again, but I gotta do it.
Correct.
Just because I have the clip. Okay. Anyway.
And Jacob's left the stream.
Yeah. And
Bye,
it's gone.
Jacob. It was nice
Yeah.
knowing you. He's a little busy now. He's a little occupied.
All right, we're moving
Sorry,
on,
Jacob.
Jacob.
I had to.
until it
Yeah.
comes up again. Until it comes up again later. All right, we got heavyweights versus
So I
three
only do it
billboards.
one time. I won't play the clip again. This is one.
So 3 billboards won our one of our Oscar tournaments, And heavyweights won our summer tournament, summer movies. Yeah, so there you go. Jordan, you're up first.
Ooh, all right, man. This one's tough because it's like heavyweights was a big part of my childhood. Like I love heavyweights. Like Tony Perkis until further notice, lunch has been canceled. It's been officially canceled. Yeah, and yeah, but the thing is though, like when I first saw heavyweights, I didn't really get the whole Tony Perkis thing, and then I did a few rewatch after seeing more Ben Stiller stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, that's freaking Ben Stiller. That's amazing. So yeah, it's like a big part of my childhood. But then 3 billboards though, like that blew me away. Like it was like really, really, really good. Like man, those performances, like Sam Rockwell, Frances McDormand, like even Woody Harrelson to an extent. Like it's, I think I got to edge it out to 3 billboards. I think heavyweight just going up against a juggernaut. So 3 billboards.
All right, Steven.
Steven?
Well, this is easy because I haven't seen heavyweights, and I absolutely love 3 billboards. So 3 billboards.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie?
Yeah, heavyweights is good, but yeah, I've watched 3 billboards twice, and just hearing like people talk about it, I want to watch it again. I think 3 billboards, yeah, it's a juggernaut. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, I think Frances McDormand rightfully won the best actress, and yeah, everyone's so great in this movie. And I feel like it for some reason, it's just in the years since it came out, it's kind of become underrated. I don't know, but I'll go 3 billboards.
Yeah, sounds good. Chris, what do you think?
I
3 billboards,
still need to see 3 billboards. Okay. But in heavyweights, it's just all right. It's not the most amazing movie in the world. You know what? For that reason, I'm going to go with the movie I have not seen yet. So it's like an interesting cast. And I'll go with 3 billboards.
Yeah, sounds good.
Didn't think I'm making that vote, but yeah.
Sure, yeah. Well, Jacob?
First of all, I would just like to point out that I don't think I am the one that's been saying I haven't seen this movie the most tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
And usually it's me, and this time it's not. So usually that only happens on episodes where I have picked the movies. Yay for me. Second of all, my vote's going to go with 3 billboards. I know I went nostalgia in an earlier matchup, but this time I can't do it because I think 3 billboards is just incredible. It was my pick for best picture that year. I was a little upset when it didn't win because the performances are fantastic. The movie, like, it's so good. 3 billboards.
Yeah, that sounds good. Austin.
I can't believe I'm the only vote for heavyweights. That's a shame. I mean, Jordan, you heaped all this praise on Ben Stiller.
I know.
It's his best role ever.
Yeah, like I almost.
It
was close, but
3 billboards.
Let's go up against 3 billboards. That's like so good.
Yeah, that's fair. But I love heavyweights. I've seen it. I think it actually gets better as you get older because there's a lot of jokes in there. I think, I didn't get as a kid that are great. So, and you just appreciate the Ben Stiller performance more as you're older. And it's definitely a prequel to Dodgeball, 100%. So, 100%. But yeah, having said that, it'll be 3 billboards.
Yeah.
And we'll move it on. We're almost to the end here. We've got The Thing versus Jurassic Park.
Oh,
there's a banger match for you right there. Which when this came out, it was funny. I think there was like 4 movies left or something. There's one more match after this, and I was like, "Oh no! Don't tell me these 2 are good." And they did. When I spun the wheel, I was like, "Oh shit!" That's
At that point, I just remake the bracket.
Yeah, right.
Like, never mind.
But yeah, The Thing.
I'm almost tempted if I make these things. Yeah.
The Thing won one of JPO's tournaments, and then the Jurassic Park is a 2-time winner. Won Jordan's original 64, and then won one of my 128s. So yeah. But yeah, Steven.
Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Yeah, Rich.
You want to elaborate on that? I'm just kidding. Yes, it's so tough. Yeah, Jurassic Park's just a great blockbuster, but I don't know, man. I think that there's something just. I'm gonna go The Thing. I think The Thing is just slightly better, just slightly, but it's a tough matchup. But I'll go The Thing.
Yeah.
Chris.
This is a really tough one for me because I remember seeing Jurassic Park in theaters and it scaring the crap out of me as a kid. But I've also seen Thing since several times, and the movie's phenomenal. But you know what? I think that Jurassic Park is going to win, or I think I'm going to vote for that one, just barely, but I'm going to vote for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob.
Yeah, this is a really close one, probably the toughest one so far. And so just based off of the number of rewatches, I'm gonna go with Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, it's really close. These are both like top 20 movies of all time, pretty much. Yeah, I'll go with most times I've watched something, which is Jurassic Park in this case.
Yeah, you're meant to come down here and defend me against these characters, and the only one I've got on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer, like in Jurassic Park. Like he's one of those movies I can just pull like obscure quotes. Like once I've like memorized most of the dialogue, I don't always quote the main quotes. I like to do like pull the random ones out. So yeah, and The Thing's great, but I mean Jurassic Park's my number 3 movie of all time. So Jurassic Park.
All right. That was a tough match, but yeah, Jurassic Park will move on. I believe this is the last one on this side, or one of the last ones. There might be another one, but it's a tough one still. Hot Fuzz versus 1408. And Hot Fuzz won one of Jordan's 128s, which he still didn't rewatch. How dare you? And 1408 won the Supernatural tournament.
Cool. And also a shout out to Tony Mack in the comments, which is actually our friend Ashton, who was on an episode of the show with Ross and Wolfman. So what's up, Ashton?
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. Richie, you're first.
All right, this is tough. 1408 is great. One of the better Stephen King adaptations that have come out in the last few years. But yeah, Hot Fuzz. It's favorite Cornetto trilogy. It's endlessly rewatchable. Just such a love letter to action films. I love seeing all the the British character actors in there doing getting bit parts, and they all do really well. Especially I talk about Bill Bailey, a comedian I like. He's got a good part in it where he's just like. He plays like a hotel clerk where he goes, no one tells me nothing.
Nobody tells me nothing.
I'll go Hot Fuzz, but 1408's great.
Yeah. Sounds good. Chris.
I like Hot Fuzz, but it's definitely not as high on that trilogy for me. I would say definitely the first one, and then the final movie is probably my. And then it would go Hot Fuzz after that. So for that reason, I gotta definitely go with 1408. Then we blew me away. I watch it every single year. Such a damn good movie.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I know these are both winners, but I still think 1408 doesn't come up on tournament fights as much as it probably deserves. It is a really good movie. So I'm gonna go with 1408.
Yeah. Sounds good. Austin.
You know what? If we did a tournament of like PG-13 horror movies, I think 1408 might have a good chance to win also, because I think it's one of the best ones. It's a great little one location kind of horror movie. And you know what? As much as I love Hot Fuzz, I'm gonna show a little more love to 1408 because I think that movie works better every time I revisit it. So I'll show it a little love, see what happens.
Yeah. Well, so Hot Fuzz, I think it won my 128 or something. And I still have yet to watch it, so I failed there. So maybe I should watch it. Like if it wins here, I'll watch it. But if it doesn't, I'll think about it maybe another time. But
what movie's so good?
If you vote for 1408, you won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but at the same time, Hot Fuzz is just so damn good. Like I don't know, it's my favorite of the trilogy. I I love all the just balls to the walls action, and unfortunately, it's great. Like it's a great like kind of atmosphere, like what John Cusack goes through in a night in that room is a lot of fun, like to watch. Probably like terrifying for him, but I gotta go Hot Fuzz. Yeah.
All right, Steven.
I'm going to go with 1408. I legit think that John Cusack should have been nominated for an Oscar. I think he gives a tour de force performance in that movie, and it's largely just him for a big chunk of that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
All right, 1408. Maybe pulling an upset there. There we go. All right. And that's it for that. So we're making good time. Let's speed through and see which one of these former winners is going to win yet another tournament.
Yeah,
So,
all right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right.
Got a few Anarchy picks. We got some like heavy hitters in there.
Heavy hitters, yeah. It'll be a tough final one here. So
I hate that matchup right there.
oh, it's coming. There's going to be a couple of tough matchups.
I hate a lot of those matchups.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of big ones. So we'll see. All
Does
right.
the winner of this go into contention for the next best 64?
Well,
Yeah.
not really. Just goes into the multiple winners kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because they're all former winners, so it just becomes a multiple winner.
Well,
essentially.
once we do the next 64, then the next 64, we have 64 of those winners. Then we'll.
Well, once we have another 64, we're going to do a 128 three-parter and do the best of the best of the best. So
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, all right, we're going to start things off. We'll go speed round and find a winner. Chris will go first for 1917 versus Truman Show.
I gotta go with 1917.
Yeah. Jacob?
Truman Show.
Yeah, I'll go Truman
Awesome.
Show.
I'll go 1917.
All right, Steven
Steven?
Truman Show.
and Richie.
Come on, Truman Show. You can win another tournament. Truman Show.
Okay, good. All right, Truman Show. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Bible Goes West versus the Mummy. All right, Jacob.
Fievel.
Ooh. Austin.
Yeah, I can't go with it against top five for me. The Mummy.
Yeah. It's got to be the Mummy, yeah.
Steven.
Steven.
Yeah, Mummy.
Richie.
The Mummy.
And Chris.
I would have to go with Fievel.
Well, if I didn't come back to the Bible, but not enough. Unfortunately,
What was the score?
4-2. 4-2.
Okay, so you still got a little left for Fievel.
Yeah, not almost, not quite.
I had a feeling
Yeah.
that Tower would go.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
All right, got Return of the King. Return of the King versus Midsommar.
Goodbye, Midsommar.
Well, you never know.
I'm up first. I'm gonna go Midsommar.
You know what? Like, I feel like Lord of the Rings could be one of those ones that sweeps a lot of these. So I'm gonna go Midsommar. Steven.
I really wish you hadn't said that in this case. Return of the King.
Yeah. Richie.
Midsommar.
Return of the King.
Chris. Yeah.
And
Jacob.
Return of the King.
Ooh, it's a tie, and we go to Richie.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
Midsommar.
Ooh,
Ooh. Midsommar.
on man.
Might be a bit of an upset, but that's fine.
Maybe. Hey, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, got Mortal Kombat versus It Chapter 1.
Oh man, these are
same
getting tough.
movies.
Ugh.
All right, Jordan.
Oh man, man, that's like as far as guilty pleasures go, like man, Mortal Kombat might be one of my top guilty pleasures. It's just like so much fun. It just gets me pumped every time that I watch it. So you know what? I think I got to go with Mortal Kombat. Let's go, Steven.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Richie
It Chapter 1.
and Chris.
You know what? I'm actually going to go with Mortal Kombat.
Yes, let's do it. Jacob.
Mortal Kombat.
Yay!
Mortal Kombat.
Austin.
I sat next to Johnny Cage at a screening of one of his horror movies in Jacksonville, Mortal Kombat.
What?
Oh, did I? Have
No
I
way,
not
that's awesome.
told that story?
Hey,
No.
that's just casual
So-
flex right there.
So,
think so.
So yeah, no, legit. There was a place called Sunray Cinemas back in Jacksonville. I used to go to a lot, kind of an independent theater, and they were showing a new kind of independent horror film called Hunger. It's just about these people kind of stuck in like a well sort of a thing, and all they had was water. So eventually, they have to resort to cannibalism on each other, essentially. Eventually. But Lyndon Ashby, who's Johnny Cage, is in the movie, and he lived in Jacksonville. So he went to the screening to do like an introduction. So I sit in the back, and I'm just sitting in the back row just randomly, and I sit next to this lady, and I'm talking to this lady who I didn't realize was his wife. So, and I'm talking to his wife, and she's also an actress, Jordan. She was on Seinfeld. She was Mulva or Dolores in that episode.
Oh, yeah, the one that rhymes with the female body part?
Yes,
No.
yes.
Okay.
I didn't realize that she didn't make her, but I didn't recognize it. I looked it up later. So Lyndon Ashby does his introduction. He comes back down, and he comes back to my row, and he goes, "Hey, partner, man, I hate to bug you, but can I sit by my wife?" And I go, "Yeah, absolutely, man. Will you sign my DVD? Because I have my DVD with them." So he goes, "Yeah, absolutely." And so I had it, and I did that, and then
That's
I
awesome.
actually kind of talked to him in the lobby for about 15 minutes afterwards, and just asked him why he doesn't do conventions, because I think he could do really well going around to conventions, signing Mortal Kombat posters. But yeah, he lived in Jacksonville, so I kind of hung out with Lyndon Ashby for a night. So
That's
that was
so
fun.
cool.
Nice.
But he was an awesome guy, really, really cool dude. So yeah,
Nice.
that's my Lyndon Ashby story. But Mortal Kombat 5-1. There you go.
Mortal Kombat.
All right. So we got Speed versus Tremors. Oh, this is gonna kill me. This is gonna kill me, Steven.
I love Tremors, but I gotta go with Speed.
Yeah. Richie.
Speed.
Chris.
I gotta go Speed.
Yeah. Jacob.
Tremors.
Yeah. Austin.
Tremors.
Man, this is interesting because I think I'm also going to go Tremors.
Oh, okay. But
Wow.
tiebreaker's gonna go to Chris.
Let's go with
Ooh.
Speed, baby.
All right.
All right.
I'm not mad about it because Speed
No.
rules, but yeah. I always heard Speed. I can't. It's hard to vote against Tremors.
Yeah.
All right, I got Spider-Man 2 versus Good Will Hunting. All right, Richie.
This is tough.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like I don't know. Spider-Man 2.
Okay. Chris.
I'm gonna go with
Chris.
Spider-Man 2.
Jacob.
Good Will Hunting.
Austin.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I gotta go with Spider-Man Dose.
Oh, you guys hurt me.
Yep.
You hurt me.
Sorry.
I mean,
Sorry.
Go with your heart.
there's
Had to
that
be done.
there's that great fight scene and down the building and the train scene, but other than that, I never really got the love for Spider-Man 2.
Oh.
Okay. Nope. Just turns back
It's literally one of the best Spider-Man movies.
Yeah. Just mute his mic. Mute his mic. Yeah.
He doesn't have a phone if you mute him.
Yeah.
I'm going with Good Will Hunting.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll split, but it's going to be Spider-Man. And we will go to Die Hard 2 versus Aliens.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Can't be Die Hard 1 versus Aliens. that might be different.
Yeah, right. Chris.
I'm gonna go with Aliens, baby.
Yeah. Jacob?
Keep the anarchy going. Die Hard 2.
Can't do it, Jacob. Aliens.
What?
No. Not for
I'm
Die
so
Hard 2.
shocked.
Not for Die Hard 2. No. Can't do
No
it.
games in New York.
Yeah.
When I see Austin's favorite movie in here, I'm like, couldn't Logan have just squeaked into this one? But it'll be in the next one. So,
It'll be in the next one because it just won right after we had the 64 already dialed in. It was like number 68 or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
right
something
after.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
So,
the next one.
We'll get to it, but yeah, I gotta go Aliens.
All right, Steven.
Steven.
it's not gonna win. I mean, actually, Aliens probably does deserve to go through, but I'm gonna show some love to Die Hard 2.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
in the comments, Steven, we got Brian. He's like, I thought Chris was the king of hot takes, but Steven just claimed the throne of hot takes after that Spider-Man suit.
I've heard worse takes.
Clearly not worthy of that
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, I've heard worse takes too, but still.
I feel like the king of hot takes is between Chris and Malcolm, not Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
true.
know.
It is.
I
It
don't
is
know.
Parker
I
needs all
have
the
some
support he
pretty,
can get. Come
I
on.
have some pretty big hot takes myself. So
Yeah.
Richie.
So I'm just trying to get the lay of the land here. So we got Die Hard 2 won a tournament, but has Die Hard 1 ever won a tournament?
No.
That's crazy.
No, it
And
has.
Die Hard and Die Hard 2 were in the same tournament.
It's appeared in a lot of tournaments, much like T2, but neither one of those have ever won a tournament. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think the John McClane won something for best action here, but I can't remember if it was a tier ranker or a tournament. But he won.
Yeah,
one
I mean,
for
Die Hard's
best action
Die
film
Hard's
of all
done
time.
very well in like our tier rankers and stuff, but it's never
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go Aliens.
Okay. All right. Not this time, Steven. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't really be mad about that because I do love Aliens a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Pulp Fiction and Shopping Mall.
Oh man.
Oh
God.
All right. Jacob.
Keep the anarchy going. Shopping mall.
Let's see. Austin?
Just to make my next pick easier, I'll go Shopping Mall.
Well, I don't know. Like, for as much as I want to do it, though, like Pulp Fiction just is so good. Like,
Do it. Vote for Shopping Mall.
I'm not.
Shopping
No, I don't think I can do it.
Shopping
I gotta
mall.
go Pulp
Shopping
Fiction.
mall.
Okay,
Sorry.
Steven.
Shopping
Yeah.
mall.
I can't vote for Chopping Mall since I haven't
Shopping
seen it.
mall.
So I got to go with Pulp Fiction.
All right. Richie.
Yeah.
Who has a tiebreaker?
I'm not going to tell you. Just keep going.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
All right. And Chris.
Shopping mall, baby.
Okay.
Tiebreaker goes to Jacob Barber.
Oh.
Put it through. Put it through, baby.
Anarchy.
Oh, wow. There it goes.
Yeah.
Is he going to do it again? We'll see.
Yeah.
All
Well-
right. That's it for that side.
I was gonna say in the comment section, Brian kind of had an interesting idea. It might be a little hard to do movies that have never won a tournament, but
Oh my god, that
actually
would be hilarious.
we could do ones that made it to the finals, but the other one won. So the one that
Yeah,
won,
that could be a good tournament.
I would have to go. Man, you're going to make me go back through and watch them all over again.
Yeah.
Jesus. That
No
sounds
pressure.
like dude, that took me like 2 hours. That was a lot of research.
No pressure.
We'll call it the almost
basically
winners
doing that
tournament,
tomorrow.
but we could help you out.
No, I
Yeah,
could do
we
it,
can
but
help you out.
it would take a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We got Social Network and Dogma goes to me. I'll go Social Network.
Yeah. I think for me, I got to go Social Network off.
All right.
Steven?
This one is tough. Dogma.
Yeah.
Okay. Richie.
Social Network. I know I said that every time Chris Smith pops up, I'll vote for him, but I lied.
Yeah.
Liar.
Chris.
Only because I don't necessarily think it's the greatest movie in the world. I'm gonna have to go Dogma because I don't really care for Social Network.
All right.
Sure. Yeah.
And
And
I
Chris
will-
takes the throne again for hot takes. Just kidding. No.
And I will go with Danny Boyle's Social Network.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, Danny Boyle's in there.
Danny Boyle, Social
He-
Network.
He's
All
the
right.
key actor there. Actually, he's the
Yeah.
one that plays Mark Zuckerberg.
All right. We got John Wick versus Willy Wonka.
Ooh.
Same
Jordan. Jordan.
Yeah, I think I can't vote against John Wick. I just can't do it. So John Wick.
All right. Steven.
John Wick.
Richie.
Don't know why, but I'm gonna it's just something. I'm gonna go Willy Wonka.
Oh, Chris.
This is hard because you know what? No, I can't vote against John Wick. John Wick goes for it.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think John Wick has ever won a tournament.
Well, it has won a tournament because
everyone
it's
wants
won a
it.
tournament.
Do you know what tournament? Do you know what tournament fights you're on, Chris?
Yeah. Do you know what?
I'm brand new to this thing.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Yeah.
We're in a previous winners tournament.
What is today?
Yeah.
What month is it?
Jacob.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's the quote of the night, though. It's never won a tournament. It's in the previous winner's tournament. But it's never won.
Yeah, it's in the
Go
first
for
one.
it.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
Sorry, I just flipped off the hole.
Like I said at the
Well-
beginning of the episode, that idea goes out the window because they've all won.
Well, that'll go on a blooper reel that I'll eventually make.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
All right, Jacob.
Willy Wonka.
I'll go John Wick. All right.
Yeah.
So, John Wick.
You could awesome.
I didn't want to waste my tiebreaker.
JW.
Not a waste.
Yeah.
All
Be a
right.
good tiebreaker.
Mary Poppins versus the Raid.
Same movie, obviously.
Oh, come on. Yeah, same movie. All
Oh
right,
yeah.
Normally I'm an action guy, but in this case I will go with Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Richie.
Richie.
Fuck it, Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes,
Jacob.
Jacob.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
I would have voted for Mary Poppins anyways, Jacob. Mary Poppins.
Oh yeah. And I think that I probably would have voted for Mary Poppins here. So it's a clean sweep.
Oh,
You want to know? And you want to know something fun? That's our first clean
First
sweep.
clean
tonight.
sweep, and it goes to Mary
First-
Poppins.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have not have a clean sweep all night, but yeah, Mary Poppins gets
Just a
the
many
clean sweep.
We had a movie go up against Norbit, and it didn't get a clean
Yeah,
sweep.
it did get a clean sweep.
Exactly.
We had a movie go up
Wow.
against a disaster movie, and it didn't get a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got Roger Rabbit versus Back to the Future, two Robert Zemeckis movies.
Yeah.
Robert Zemeckis versus
Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis. All right.
Wow.
Richie.
Roger Rabbit.
All right.
Chris.
God, this is tough, but you know what? Actually, I'm gonna go with Roger Rabbit.
Mm. Jacob.
Yeah, Roger Rabbit is creeping up there, but I'm still going to go Back to the Future.
Yeah. Austin.
I'll go with the movie that won my original 64, Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I do love a Roger Rabbit, but it just I don't know. Like the last round, I wanted to have some fun, so I voted against it. But this round, like it's just going up against a heavy hitter for me, so I got to go Back to the Future.
All right. And Steven.
But I'll tie it up. Back to the Future.
Okay. And it goes to me. I'll go put through Roger Rabbit.
Ooh.
All right. Roger Rabbit.
Wow.
I'm mad at it.
Yeah.
Could be an upset by tournament fight standards, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, but it's a heavy hitter. It's a good movie. So,
Yeah.
It is.
all right. I got Secret of the Ooze versus They Live.
Oh man,
All right.
you're both kind of on the same level for me.
All right. Chris.
I gotta go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah.
Jacob.
I think They Live might be the better movie, but I have more fun with Secret of the Ooze, so I'll go with
Yeah.
both.
All right. I'll go They Live.
Yeah. And also having Chris here, I don't know if you remember the scene from Secret of the Ooze where they're like getting ready to go in the sewer, and then like Michelangelo's quoting Casablanca, just a bunch of lines from it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good. Like the whole goodbye scene. Yeah. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
Now I
yeah.
have to
So
rewatch that turtle scene.
yeah. So I got to go with Secret of the Ooze.
All right.
Steven?
I will go with the one that I've seen, and that's Go Ninja Go Ninja Go. I made another funny. Ha ha ha. Secret of the Ooze.
It's like saying like you're not going to amount to a hill of beans in this crazy little mixed up world, blah blah blah. And maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, like all that. Yeah.
Was that
But
this one, or was that the first one?
that was the second one.
That was the
Getting ready
second one, yeah.
to like say goodbye to April and like go down in the
I have
sewer.
my
Yeah.
4K of Casablanca.
And he has the like
looking at it
trench
right
coat
now.
on and everything. Yeah. But Richie?
They live.
Really. It's all
Well,
fuzzy out, but yeah.
Yeah.
I got it for my birthday.
Nice.
4-2 for Secret of the Ooze. We'll hang in there. All
I
right.
love this tournament.
God, Total
Yeah.
Recall. Total Recall.
I
versus
love
The
being a
Godfather.
turtle. All right.
Jacob.
Godfather.
Yeah, I'll also go Godfather.
I'll go Total Recall. Steven.
You know what? I'm going to go with the one that I've seen more, and that would be Total Recall.
Yeah. Richie.
Godfather.
Chris.
This is tough. I'm gonna go with Total Recall.
Ooh, you got a tie?
So we got a tie to Jordan.
Wow.
Ooh, yes, I can do it. Total Recall, let's go.
you don't even love Total Recall.
That
No, I
just made
don't.
the next round a lot easier for me, though.
Yeah, it sure.
I don't even love Total Recall. I just want to vote against the Godfather. Sorry.
All right. Billy
You're
Madison
forgiven this time.
versus 3 Billboards.
Ooh,
Oh man,
Very same movie.
This is
Two
interesting.
very similar movies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
Jacob
the
might
right
kill himself
thing,
after this round.
guys.
I will do
Vote
the
for
right
Billy
thing,
Madison.
Jacob. I'll vote for the movie I've seen more, Billy Madison.
You
Yeah,
shouldn't have
like-
said anything.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Suntan
gotta play another clip.
lotion is good for me. You
gotta play another
protect
clip.
me. He. Billy Madison. Steven.
3 Billboards.
Richie.
I'm gonna go vote for 3 Billy Madisons outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Ooh, okay.
Billy
So-
Madison.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Billy Madison, and you need to play a clip, sir.
Oh yeah, right. No, I told him I'd only do it once. I'm not going to
No,
torture.
he's not going to torture Jacob.
Yeah.
All right, with that, unfortunately, Jacob, one more round. Let's see what he goes up against. All right. Jurassic Park versus 1408.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
All right.
I
Jordan.
can do like a different clip from like a different one. Like just do
Don't
one from the
torture.
house.
Thank you for that.
There you go.
Jordan.
But to me first, Jurassic.
I like how you didn't even actually like get my vote either. You just knew.
I knew.
Yeah, yeah.
Did I really need to ask you? No, I knew. It was
did
going
that
to
for
win
me when-
anyways.
When Logan comes up, so yeah.
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 All
But
right.
Steven?
I'm going to go for a strategic choice because I don't want Billy Madison to go on any further either. And I think Jurassic Park has a better shot at defeating Billy
Well.
Madison. So Jurassic Park.
The problem
Yeah.
is once you reveal your tactic, people will try to stymie that. So don't
Oh yeah, we're gonna
That's
stop
true.
that tactic. It is water.
Yep.
Hopefully
Forget you, Steven.
Hopefully
You're going
people
down,
will
buddy. Your
forget
tactics just like
about
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
I'll go 1408.
that.
Yeah.
Chris.
Chris?
How about 1408?
Jacob.
Jacob.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Austin?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I already said Chris. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the winners of this next one will be the Elite 8, and we'll be in the poll. So we're winding it down here. We're almost there. All right. First one up will be The Truman Show versus The Mummy.
Ooh.
That's actually generally hard.
That's a really hard one, actually. Yeah, Steven.
Truman Show.
Okay, Richie.
The Mummy.
The Mummy.
Yeah. Chris, yeah. Jacob?
Truman.
And Austin?
I'll go Mummy.
And I gotta go with the Mummy. Yeah.
Oh, The Mummy takes out the 3-time winner of The Truman Show. Wow, okay. All right, so Truman Show will not be a 4-time winner.
That means there will be no 4-time winners.
Yeah. There will be
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be no 4-time winners because Infinity War already got knocked out, so we will have no
Oh,
4-time
damn.
winners. We
Okay.
could have a new 3-time winner. It's possible, so we'll see. But as of right now, we got Midsommar versus Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Ooh.
Leaves that movie in half.
All right, so Richie.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Versus Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Yeah. Jacob.
Mortal Kombat.
Austin?
You know what? Let's get it in the poll. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, let's go with Mortal Kombat. Steven?
Clean sweep.
Yeah, clean
The
sweep.
Wow.
two clean
Alright.
sweeps tonight are
Another
Mary
clean
Poppins and
sweep.
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat.
Lamar, you
He's
just got
awesome.
fatality'd.
You got movies
Yeah.
like Pulp Fiction and The
fatality.
Godfather.
Pretty
No, they
cool.
don't clean sweep. Mortal Kombat does.
Yeah.
They just put Florence Pugh in that little triangle building, set her on fire, right?
Basically, good time.
All right. Got Speed versus Spider-Man 2.
Oh, what?
All right.
Sure.
Chris.
Dumb. God. You know what? Forget it. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man goes through.
Yeah, what's the better action set piece, the train or the bus? Jacob?
Well, there's a subway or train in both movies, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, the subway, yeah.
Yeah.
Justice for Goodwill Hunting. Speed.
Mm. Yeah, and this one I'm going to go with Speed.
I got to go with Spider-Man 2.
Steven. Voting for Speed. All right, Richie. Based on his previous voting record, I can guess what he's going to vote for.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Richie.
This is tough.
Nah, I want to guess Spider-Man 2. No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
Yeah.
No, you can't pull one over on me, Steven.
Fool us once. Come on.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
I'll go Speed.
All right, Speed into the poll. All right. Okay, just had to write that down real quick. All right. And we're going to go Aliens versus Chopping Mall.
Oh, man.
And actually,
Wow.
here's a fun fact. Both came out the same year, 1986.
What?
All right. Yeah, in the same year. One significantly more successful than the other one.
Yeah.
Why?
Same aliens.
Just by a bit.
Chopping Mall, I think, barely.
Yeah, it's a
like,
shame
was-
Aliens didn't do as good as it did.
I believe
Yeah,
Chopping
I
Mall.
know.
I've looked into it when it came out. It was in like 10th place, lasted like a week or two, and was gone. So yeah, did not make much of an impact. But Jacob would be up first.
Yeah.
I might be the only one, but I like Anarchy. Chopping Mall.
Mm. Austin?
I love Anarchy, but not against my favorite movie, Aliens.
Yeah, I think here I got to go with Aliens. It's just like way better. So, yeah.
Steven.
Yeah, Steven.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Chopping Mall, and Aliens is in my top 15. So Aliens.
Yeah.
Richie.
Yeah, I can't do it here. Aliens.
You say
know
you
what?
can't, but I feel like you just don't want to.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're really just letting the whole team down, Richie. Come on, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, look, we'll discuss this later.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
You do you. Just don't say you can't. Just say you don't want to.
Because I'm going to vote for Chopping Mall, even though it's not going to shut
Yeah,
this
it's
thing
not
down.
going to
But,
yet. Yeah, 4-2. Unfortunately. Not this time, but there you go. All right, so we got our first four into the poll. It's the Mummy, Mortal Kombat, Speed, and Aliens. And we'll see what's joined in the poll.
Combat the Mummy, Speed, and Aliens. Okay.
Yeah. All right, got Social Network versus John Wick.
Mm.
Goodbye,
Oh, man.
social.
Wow, that sounds tough.
Yeah, that's really tough, and I got to go first. I'm going to go Social Network, but it's really, really tough.
Man, like, I go with the movie that I like more, or the movie that I think has the better performances. Yeah, I think I got to go with John Wick. Just going with my heart instead of my brain on that one.
Steven.
Social Network.
That's from the action guy, Richie.
John Wick.
Chris.
John Wick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jacob.
Social Network.
Oh, we have a tie. It goes to Steven.
I'm staying with Social Network.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my
Social
gosh.
Network.
Social Network.
What
All right.
pretentiousness.
Well, Mark
No,
Zuckerberg
it's not
just can't.
pretentious. It's just good.
Social Network. Mark Zuckerberg just canceled
Not
John
good.
Wick. All right.
Yeah, I just cancel it.
Yeah, he banned him from social media.
He
All right.
even banned his page.
Yeah,
You got
he's-
shadow
all right.
banned. Yeah.
All right, so we got Mary Poppins versus Roger Rabbit. This is tough for me, Jacob. This is really tough for me.
I hear that for you. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is tough. All right,
Yeah,
Jordan. I got a minute to think about it because Jordan's up first.
It's slightly tough, but I think it's got to be Mary Poppins for me. Steven?
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Richie?
Roger Rabbit.
Chris?
Roger Rabbit.
Jacob?
Mary Poppins.
Oh, don't put it on
Austin?
me, Jacob. Son of a bitch. Don't do that.
Wait.
Damn it.
Are you surprised at my vote?
Yeah.
No, I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, no, because
I'm not
everybody else is
surprised.
voting for Roger Rabbit, so now it's on me. Son of a bitch.
Well,
Oh,
you have a certain amount of power.
Yeah, you
oh
do.
my God. Okay, because the VHS I wore out twice, that they had to give me new ones, or the VHS I still have that's signed by Charles Fleischer.
Yeah. Yeah, but Charles Fleischer's kind of a douchebag in real life.
No, he kind of is, but he still signed it.
Yeah, because I met him
Charles
too, and he wasn't cool.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. And these are also both, Jacob, in the 11 to 20 range in my all-timers. Like, they kind of fluctuate. Roger Rabbit. Fuck.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
damn it. I'm sorry. Damn it. All right. That one hurt me. Like, really, really bad. Because I love those movies. So, all right. Anyways.
All right.
Okay. Sorry. I had to write it down real quick. Okay. So, Secret of the Ooze hanging in there against Total Recall.
Ooh, all right.
All right. And we go to Steven.
Total Recall.
Yeah.
Richie.
Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah. Chris.
Go Ninja.
Yeah. Jacob.
I haven't seen Total Recall, but I'd be kind of curious what a crossover would be if we could call it Turtle Recall.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Turtles.
You can have a 3-boob turtle or something.
This would be tougher if it was the original movie. I'll go Total Recall.
Well, my strategy kind of worked because this makes it easier for me. Well, actually, no, because even if it went up against Godfather, I still would have gotten Turtles. So, Turtles.
Wow, of all the movies in this tournament, Secret of the Ooze is
Let's go.
hanging in there.
Secret of the
Yeah.
Ooze.
Not
It's all about the matchups.
Goodbye, Total Recall.
Wow. All right.
I think Mary Poppins
I
would be a
guess.
Turtle spot.
I guess he's not
Madison.
getting his
Joe.
ass to Mars after all.
Oh God, what is
I
this?
want to
one?
see Arnold Schwarzenegger's
Oh, God.
character from Total Recall take on the Super Shredder. I want to see that.
That would be dope.
Billy Madison versus Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Same
Richie.
movie.
I swear.
Billy Madison.
Chris.
You know what? Billy Madison.
Jacob.
I know, Jurassic
Yeah,
Park.
okay, Jurassic Park. Okay.
Jacob, I'm voting for a top 10 movie, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, and Jurassic Park is that high for me, so I got to go Jurassic Park. So, got a tie.
Steven.
Wait, no, Steven. We don't have a tie yet.
Not yet, not yet.
Yeah, I think you're safe, Jacob.
Yeah, Jurassic Park is actually not a top 10 for me, but I'll still go with it.
All right, you're safe, Jacob.
Right.
Oh,
Jurassic Park,
There we
baby.
go.
Yes!
I'm not going to win this whole thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
Oh my God,
you know how you guys
what is
feel
Jurassic
about
Park going to go up
Paddington?
against?
Yeah, how we feel about Paddington, he feels about
That's how I feel about Billy Madison.
All right.
You didn't have to endure it as long tonight as I did.
All right. So getting down to our final four here, we have everything for the panel or the poll. Poll. All right. We got The Mummy versus Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
All right.
Right.
We'll go to Chris.
As much as I love Mortal Kombat, you know what? I got to stick with my guns and go with the Mummy.
Yeah.
Jacob.
I just don't want it to be swept. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Austin?
I got to go with my top 10, The Mummy.
Yeah, you know what? Like, when we first started tournament fights, I never knew how popular the Mummy would be in this community, but like I never would have thought that. But yeah,
it's
that
awesome.
Yeah, because I got to vote for the Mummy too, because the Mummy
The
rules.
Mummy
Yeah.
2 is not on
Mummy
there.
1. Not
Yeah.
The Mummy Returns.
Mummy also.
Yeah. Steven.
Steven.
actually, might have. I don't know. Mortal Kombat.
Richie.
The Mummy.
Oh, the Mummy into the
The
final
Mummy.
four. All right.
No hesitation.
Wow.
You couldn't make it a little suspenseful, Richie.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do that again.
All right, we got Speed versus Aliens.
Yeah. You slow it down a little bit.
One. Here's a tough one for Steve.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 big action movies. Good ones.
Mm.
All right, Jacob's up first. Speed and the Aliens.
You know, I'm pretty sure I've voted against it all night, just for anarchy picks. But this time I will go with Aliens.
Okay.
Yeah. And also
It's
voting
gonna
Aliens,
make the.
right?
It's gonna be the next match that much harder. But yeah, Aliens.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Both top teners.
Yeah. Well, one of these movies, the first time that I saw it, it just blew me away. Like how good and different that it was than the first, but still kind of in the same vein. So I gotta go Aliens. Yeah. Steven?
Both of these movies are very likely to be in my top 128.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Aliens and probably Speed, although I don't know with 100% certainty. Aliens. If I think it's probably the one that deserves to be the winner of to represent tournament fights so far.
Richie?
Well, yeah.
I have a need to vote Aliens.
Yeah.
Chris?
I love Aliens, God, but you know what? No, I can't vote against Aliens. I'm gonna go with Aliens.
Oh,
Yeah,
clean sweep
right.
against Speed. I didn't know about that. Thought it'd be close.
No, and
Yeah.
Steven, the movie that would best represent what tournament fights is on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Secret of the Ooze. But
Yeah, exactly.
That would represent what can happen in tournament fights.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, it's like
No, that
tournament
represents
fights,
how many
anything
Turtles
can
fans there
happen.
are,
And
kids.
Secret of the Ooze is proof of that being in the
Turtles
Elite
fans.
Eight.
Yeah.
Turtles is amazing.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Represents half our childhood. Or all
Eastman
of
is
our
a god.
Got Social Network versus Roger Rabbit. I'm up first. I'm gonna go Roger Rabbit.
I'm so glad you're up first.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta go to Social Network.
Oh my God! Don't be a kid.
Steven.
Don't be a goofus. Don't be a goofus. Did anyone name
Vote
that?
for Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
All right, whenever someone tells me to vote for something, but this time I guess because it is so good, so I guess I will go with Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Richie.
Yeah, it's close, but I'll go Roger Rabbit.
All right. And Chris.
And Chris.
I'll go Roger Rabbit.
Jacob.
And Jake.
Social Network.
Oh, okay. But still 4-2 for Roger Rabbit hanging into the final.
Yeah. All right. Hanging in there.
Secret of the Ooze versus Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
All right. Jordan.
Oh my God!
Oh man.
Ridiculous.
This was interesting because maybe when I was well, the year that Secret of the Ooze came out, it was in my top 10 for that 1 year. And then it's just like on nostalgia. So I think I got to go with Jurassic Park because it is in my top 10 forever. So, yeah.
Steven.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Richie.
I like Turtles. Secret Thieves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
I like
Turtles.
Turtles. Yeah.
Jacob.
Jacob.
I think it would be great if we have the final four. You got The Mummy, great movie. Aliens, classic. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, innovation with a live action animation hybrid, and then Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
That's my vote.
Yeah, arguably a step down from the first. Yeah. Austin.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So it goes to Richie.
Richie with the tiebreaker.
Vote for Turtles.
Oh.
Yes.
Or Jurassic Park.
What'd you say?
Turtles.
No, I haven't said anything
He
yet.
hasn't said anything
What
yet.
you said? You little bastard.
I haven't said anything
You're just
yet.
hearing what you want to hear, Chris.
You hear what I
Yeah.
want to hear.
Be nice. He might
And
change
look,
his vote.
Yeah.
It would be fun, but I am actually. Look, I'm going to make the top movie more serious. I'm going to change my vote to Jurassic.
Oh,
Ooh, all right.
Oh,
It is the better movie. Let's
It
say.
is, yeah.
yeah. Well, hey.
Now it makes it 4 heavy
Hey,
hitters.
Hey, but listen to this. Secret of the Use and Mortal Kombat both made the Elite Eight of this tournament. Just think
Yeah,
about that.
so we're in the poll.
Wow, it's still in the poll.
No,
Still in the
Yeah.
poll, yeah. Both of those are
Oh
in the
hell
poll, so
yes!
make it-
Okay,
I
that makes
would
me
not-
I'd
so
be
happy.
willing to bet one of those is top 4 in votes as well.
Yeah, it might be.
I would not have complained about Secret of the Use moving on though, because I do have a lot of nostalgia for the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have either. So
If it was the original movie, it'd be a little tougher for me. Secret of the Use is not as high as the original movie for me
Yeah.
personally. But
Wow,
all right.
this is
I love the
ridiculous.
third one.
all right, yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is a tough one. These are actually both. These are all. You know what? These are all top 15 movies for me personally.
oh yeah.
So this is really hard because it's like my number 1, like my number 4 or 5, my number 12, and like my number 10 or something. It's like ridiculous. All right, Steven, Mummy versus Aliens first.
Yes,
Aliens.
last. Okay, good.
All right, Richie,
Mummy.
Chris,
Chris.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Mummy.
Jacob.
Mummy.
Austin.
Aliens.
And I think I had to go with the Mummy. Yeah.
Wow, the Mummy. There you go, pulling the upset. I'm not mad about it. I love the Mummy.
Brendan
Oh my
Fraser
gosh.
just gave like a
Yeah, I can't be mad
great
about any of
performance.
these because I love all these movies to pieces. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not mad about any of them.
This is
All
mind
right.
blowing.
All right, Richie's up first for Roger Rabbit versus Jurassic Park.
Rabbit versus
Jurassic Park.
Okay, Chris.
Roger Rabbit.
Jacob.
Roger Rabbit definitely would have fixed the Jurassic Park problem in like 20 minutes. Roger Rabbit.
Well,
Man,
Austin.
fuck. They're so close. So this time we'll go Roger Rabbit just to mix it up.
Well, out of these 4 in the final 4, I probably have Roger Rabbit ranked the lowest of them all. I think it's only one not in my 128. But
Okay.
but it's close though. I think it's like at least like top 200.
So
though.
vote for Roger Rabbit.
But so no, I'm gonna vote for
Let's go for
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park.
Park. Yeah. Okay, Steven.
Man, Zemeckis versus Spielberg. They're two of my favorite directors. of
Yeah,
all
2
time.
buddies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I would go for Spielberg, but I will go with Zemeckis on this and say Roger Rabbit.
Oh, the upset.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
wow.
Well, let's
All
make
right.
this easier
This is
for
my
me
vote.
at least.
Yeah, I would have never predicted the Mummy versus Roger Rabbit in the final 2 of this tournament, but there
Yeah,
you go.
right.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Would've thought.
I like it. 2 movies I love. All right, so we'll go Chris first for the Mummy versus Roger Rabbit.
This is ridiculously amazing. And this is why we do this show so much.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Roger Rabbit.
Mm. Jacob.
I'm also going with the rabbit.
Austin.
This time I'm going to go with the Mummy.
Please, I gotta go with the Mummy. Not
Steven.
Roger Rabbit. Steven.
Roger Rabbit.
Oh, it's going to be close. Richie.
The Mummy.
Oh, and a tie in our finals, and it goes to
Outfitting.
Chris Scott, the Casablanca.
Oh,
kid.
what are you gonna
What do you
do?
pick? What are you going to do?
This
Make
is
the
a
right
tough one.
decision. This is gonna haunt you for the rest of your life if you
It
screw it up.
is gonna absolutely just destroy me, curl my toes, haunt my
Remember-
nightmares.
Remember,
Real
You know
life,
what? I'm gonna
Chris.
vote with
Real
my
life.
heart. My heart says to put the rabbit through, so vote for Roger Rabbit, baby.
Oh, Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit takes the entire
Interesting.
tournament. There we
Oh,
go.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh my
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't have predicted that going into
No,
it. That's
I wouldn't
very
have
interesting.
either.
But hey, cool. You know, so we have a brand new 2-time winner, which will be Roger Rabbit. Will be a brand new 2-time tournament winner. So yeah, I'll have to add that to the list of the multi-time winners. So yeah, all right. But hey, that was a fun tournament though. A lot of
It
fun
was
picks,
a lot of fun.
a lot of unique
Yeah, yeah.
matchups, a lot of tough matchups. Yeah. So good tournament overall. Fun time, fun way to celebrate.
Yeah.
Nice little trip down memory lane. Overall, kind of scroll out. You guys can see kind of everything.
Yeah,
Good stuff there.
you see some of the favorites from the tournament fights for 64, well, like over 64 episodes technically, but 64 unique winners.
Yeah, so a lot of good stuff in there. And then, like I said, we'll do it again once we get to a master list of 128. We'll probably, do a big 3-part, 128 celebration of all the tournament winners overall. You know what I mean? And we'll throw them all into the randomizer again and see what happens. We'll do it all over again. So, yeah, I got a master list in my Note app going right now. So. Right now, we have 71 unique winners right now. So we'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
It's only going to get harder and harder to get to 128 unique ones,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we could have multiple winners down the line, but yeah, there you go.
We'll add at least one more tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have a unique winner tomorrow night. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll
that'll be an interesting one. Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
makes the one for tomorrow will be like a dark horse maybe in the next episode 200. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
But yeah. Cool, guys. That was awesome. Thanks again for being a part of this. Like, I appreciate all you guys being part of this channel, being some of our regulars. Probably like Richie and Steven both have been two of the people that, as far as regulars go, have been on Tournament Fights the most. The rest of us are all kind of partners in the channel. So yeah, it's been a fun ride to get to 100 episodes. So we'll do it again because this train isn't stopping until we get to another 200. So so yeah, but yeah, that'll do it for us tonight. So, and we actually made it through in decent time for us. I mean, just over 3 hours.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we actually got to the speed round at 2.5 hours, which was pretty good. So we actually spent a long time on this episode. I thought it'd go really, really long, but we did make good time. So yeah, did a good job.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just do some plugs and call it a night. So we'll start with Steven. Where can we find you?
You can find me all through social media as far as plugs go. I know I've got a Full Metal Random coming up later in the month. And then as far as here goes, we've got, my top 128. That's at the end of the month, I believe.
That's
nothing
coming up on the last day of January. Yep.
Nothing in the immediate future, though.
Well, cool. We're getting ready to. Well, I did finalize the schedule for like the next 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to be sending it out to some of you guys if you want to sign up for some episodes. So they'll be coming out soon. So watch for that. So yeah, but cool. Yeah. Richie, thanks for being a good pinch hitter as always. And where can we find you?
This is fun. You can find me. On the Friday, the next episode tomorrow.
That'll be tomorrow. Yep, you'll be on
tomorrow. Yeah, the movies that haven't hit opponent fights. Got an interesting list. So looking forward to seeing what makes it. So I like talking about underrated stuff. So and then I'll be on the the 2016 one as well coming up soon. And also you wrote me into the drunk movie trivia thing, even though it's going to be I don't know how that's going to work. Anyway, we'll see.
That'll be
pretty careful.
That'll be interesting because Moose said we just got to pick a weekend that we're free to do it, but we're gonna go up against cousin Ryan and his Twitch team of 4, so that'll be interesting.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Yeah, and then beyond that, I do a podcast called Telling the Streaming, just a kind of a play on telling their dreaming, which is from the castle. We just me and my friend Robert Cameron just reviewed Tubi movies The last one we did was Aztec Rex, which it was a fun episode, but it was marred with technical issues. But if you keep that in mind, it was still fun to do. And I think the next episode to go up after that is Evil Bong. So check that out.
Dude, God, there's like 6 of those movies now.
There's 7 of them, and I guess we'll
Really?
eventually do all of them, but hopefully not in a row. I don't have the tape.
You guys should cover Chopping Mall in there. It'd be a nice.
We got.
I mean, it's a nice snapshot of American mall culture in the '80s. So you should analyze it from an Australian perspective. I think that'd be good.
We're going to put it on the list. We've got Thanksgiving on the list as well. So we'll into that.
Yeah.
I need to watch Thanksgiving. I've heard that one's just nuts. As well.
I think the next episode we're going to do is a movie called Day of the Warrior, and I caught a snip of it. The Warrior, the guy who plays a warrior, is Buff Bagwell. So
wow,
interesting.
That should be interesting. And then but I don't know, you can just check me out on JPO's channel and on Chris Cass's Twitch doing wrestling trivia, and I'm around.
Yeah, and we'll be having you back for a couple of the best of 2016. That's next week, so you'll be on part 1 and 2. We got you down for so yeah, but Chris, where can we find you?
So I'm on quite a few stuff. So I know I've been kind of paying me up, but as we get closer and closer to the spring, we're finally getting closer to where me and my friend Travis will start filming the pirate series we've been writing and working on. We have about 12 scripts that we put together, and we're looking forward to filming it. Our initial platform will be through Twitter, but imagine long form skits. Basically, two guys that are forced to join. Well, by their stature, they end up joining the Navy, and then at one point, the ship is boarded by pirates. The pirates give everyone one option: join up, become a pirate, or die. And they choose to join the pirates up. Well, very soon the pirate ship is destroyed, and they find themselves stranded on an island. We have one guy; he's a captain, versus this guy who's a scallywag. So kind of does like deckhand stuff, kind of takes care of the ship, and kind of that dynamic. It's kind of funny at times. It's kind of figure out where the hell what their place is in this world. So that should be a lot of fun. Also, I really have been trying to grow my Twitch channel as well. So let me go ahead and give that out here. But I know it's the same thing as my name on here, but all lowercase letters. Casablanca Kid. And I'm trying to combine all sort of my names across everything. So I'm doing more gaming and everything across everything. And also my TikTok as well is also Casablanca Kid, but except 8-4. So there's that. And of course, you can see my stuff below there. Twitter, I'm on there a lot. Writer_84. And also Instagram. C Scott 1128, a lot of nerdy and awesome stuff. Like I haven't quite showed it off yet, but I found an awesome Funko Pop of ET in the disguise, so I picked that up the other day.
Oh, nice! That's cool.
Yeah.
For those of you that are asking with Chris, he was a pretty talented writer in another life, so it makes sense that he's writing the TikTok stuff and all that. That's pretty cool. So we'll watch for that. So yeah. but Jacob, where can we find you?
Yeah, I pop up here from time to time on tournament fights and tier ranker fights. I'll be heavily involved in the animated series that'll be coming up soon.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the Lonely Marks will be coming back as soon as we finalize the date for that.
Just send to my list. So
I have received your list. Just waiting on JPO's, and I actually still have to make mine. I'm not only blaming Jordan. It's also me. But we will be finalizing the date for that soon, hopefully. But Pez and I have finalized the date. We will be back Saturday, bringing back a podcast about movies, just kind of recapping the year that was 2022. We won't be doing our best of We'll be saving that for another podcast that we'll be doing with Jordan and I believe Richie, if I remember correctly. So we'll be doing that. So we'll just be talking about the year in general, kind of our, some of our favorite pickups of the year, our favorite first time watches that from previous years, and then kind of some underrated performances in movies and what we're looking forward to this year. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that'll be at
Sounds-
6 Eastern.
6 Eastern, yeah, so I can watch the Jags game at 8. Yeah.
We'll have to tune in. Don't have a whole lot going tomorrow, so I'll have to tune into that. So yeah.
Yeah.
No,
For
we're not
once, I
going
don't have a
tomorrow
whole lot
anyway,
going
so.
on.
Yeah.
That's rare for me. Yeah. Yeah. So, but Austin, where can we find you?
Yeah, like Jacob just said, I'll be with them on Saturday night. That'll be a lot of fun. I've got my list ready to go and my pickups, my physical media pickups right next to me, ready to go, and all kinds of good stuff. So if you guys want some recommendations of some 4Ks, tune in because I'll be giving some of those. And yeah, we'll be doing Podcast League now probably on Sunday night after Jordan gets off of Rankum. So that'll be good. And we'll actually give out our top 12 lists and we'll run those down. So they're kind of a round table style. So that'll be a lot of fun. And hope Richie's seen enough movies from 2022.
Yeah, no, my 2022, the quiz didn't go well, but I have. I think I'll narrow it down. I think
I mean, if you just want to do a top 5, that's fine.
I can do it. I just,
All
He's
right.
just going to talk about all 12 movies that he has seen.
I mean, Richie, you got 2 or 3 days. You can cram in like 85 movies.
I can
Yeah, right.
No pressure.
Yeah, so that'll be a good time, and yeah, we booked a date. It won't be uploaded then, but I booked a date for Moose's league. I'm going to be doing a Boondock Saints trivia match, and it's really only because it's not even like one of my favorite movies, just because he saw I have the dolls and all this Boondock Saints shit around my house. So, I don't even really overly love those movies, but I guess I'll watch them again. Do some trivia. So, sure.
Why not? Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I also have a match coming up. I'm going to be playing Benny Hamlin, aka the Loneliness, in a National Lampoon's Vacation. All the National Lampoon's Vacation movies together. That's coming up. We booked a date for that. It's like around the end of this month. So yeah, we'll be doing that, and then we're still trying to finalize a date for the Movie Hero team. So that'll be next month sometime. So we gotta figure that out. But and then also too, yeah, I want to just recommend a couple of movie trailers that dropped. I'm sure maybe most of us have already seen them, but if you haven't seen the new Evil Dead, that looks freaking awesome. Evil Dead Rise, and also the Renfield trailer dropped today too. So check out that. Yeah. So yeah. And then you can also find all things for the channel at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram as always. And then I've been trying to promote more my personal Instagram because I've been posting a little more on that. So it's just on Instagram. It's Jordan83616 and that'll just automatically share over to my Facebook stuff, which on Facebook you can find us in the Schmodown Friends and Family group, where within the next day or two we should have the poll with the Elite 8, so you can vote for the best of our 64. Well, the first 64 unique movies to ever win a tournament fight. So that'll be over there, and you can give our thoughts as to why those movies got picked so many times and so highly. So yeah. And then let's see what else I got going. So I'm trying to do some gaming on the channel. I tried to do one last week, and it lasted about an hour and a half. You can watch me falling asleep because I did it at like 1 a.m. Eastern time last week because I wanted to just have one before I went out of town last week.
You're falling asleep on your own video game stream?
Yeah, my own video game stream. So I'm like, guys, I'm way too tired. I got to go to sleep. I'm sorry. Yeah, like halfway through. So yeah, it was just me there by myself falling asleep. So yeah. But what I'm doing tomorrow, I haven't really set a time yet. So you have to just watch the social media. I'm gonna try to let everybody know. And then it won't be tomorrow. Sorry, I misspoke. It'll be Saturday. When I do it, I'm gonna be playing some Marvel Midnight Suns over on Twitch. I've been trying to alternate from Twitch to the YouTube channel just back and forth because I get a lot more views on YouTube because we've already built up this channel so people know about it. On Twitch, I'm like brand new to that, and I'm getting like little to no views over there. So it really helps if you're able to tune into that, and all the links will be on the social media. So, and then also we have a Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/movie hero, you can find all kinds of exclusive episodes, which are top 12 of 2022 will be a Patreon exclusive. So you have to be a member of the Patreon to be able to see it. So we'll have that coming up, and we're also doing some giveaways. We're giving away some movie posters over there to some of the Patreon members, and then I'm getting ready to do some trivia over on Patreon that's going to involve clips from movies and some clips of movie scores, which I have all the movies, the clips and the movie scores pulled. I just got to put them together in a format that I can just pull them up and just play them. I got to kind of do a little editing to kind of get them exactly where I need them for the trivia, so that's taking a little bit of time. That's why for now I'm just doing it once a month. I want to try to up it to maybe twice a month, but we'll kind of see how it goes. But anybody's eligible to play. You just have to be a member of the Patreon to watch it, but anybody can play. So yeah, that's that. And then I'm trying to get some more snack heroes out. I did a couple of Christmas ones over the Christmas break, and then I have a whole bag of some snacks that's like a huge giant bag that some snacks I need to get through. So I'll let you know when that's coming up. That one might be maybe like next week. I want to try to do maybe 2 of them. So I'll post everything on social media as always, and then just quick a little preview of what's coming up for tournament fights and tier ranker fights. So we have tomorrow. We already mentioned. We're going to be doing a tournament of movies that have never been on tournament fights before. So me, Austin, and Richie will all be on that one. And then we'll also have JPO on with us. So it should be fun to just kind of talk about some new and unique movies, which I'm going to try to cram maybe 1 or 2 watches for that in before we go live tomorrow. So it'll be kind of interesting. But and then we also have our Best of 2016 ladder series, and the only reason why I'm doing it 3 days in a row so Malcolm can make it, because he made all the brackets and he's going to be running them for me. So we'll talk later. But if any of you guys need to sit one out, especially Austin, if you need to sit one out because that's a lot in a row to do, then that's totally cool. And then we also have our best animated decade series for a tier ranker that Jacob kind of brought up. He'll be kind of taking the lead on that as far as putting together all the lists and the tiers for that. So we're going to be doing our first half on Sunday, January 15th. We're going to be doing 2010 to 2016. So we had to split that one in half because Jacob sent us a list of everything, and it was like about 150 movies. So we had to split that in half. Yeah, so there was a lot. So, and then we also have best movies of 2022. That's still coming up for us. We just wanted a few extra weeks to just watch some of the last minute movies, which really helped me because I've been trying to cram more of those watches in. I just watched X and Pearl, so I can talk about those. And then I have Marcel the Shell with Shoes on queued up, and also Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. So it's on my list. I'm going to try to get those watches in if I can. But, yeah, but and then we also have movies set completely off of Earth for some sci-fi. So I'm finalizing that list this week, and then we also have a tournament fights versus that's going to be Brad Pitt versus Leo DiCaprio movies.
That's going to be a sexy list.
Yeah, yep. And then we also have Stephen Shepard's Part 1 coming up on January 31st, which we can kind of play around with that because I know that it's on a Tuesday actually, so maybe that would actually work. I was thinking it was on a Friday. I know you your work schedule is a little busier. But I never asked you, are you still working for Longhorn? I saw you put in some applications, Steven. Are you still over there?
I am still at the I will probably getting the Darden discount, so I can get a discount at Longhorn and Olive Garden because they're both
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Darden.
I always see the gift cards that have them
So
online. Yeah,
I like so I'm probably gonna get another job and just work at Longhorn one day a week so that I can keep the discount.
Oh, nice. Yeah, hey, what's wrong with that? I did that working for a movie theater for a little bit, one day
That
a
was
week, and
dope,
got free movies. So yeah,
A lot of free movies with you for that.
oh yeah, for sure. I took Chris to a lot of those. Yeah. But and then we also have our Family Feud a match coming up that's going to be Martin Sheen versus Charlie Sheen versus Emilio Estevez movie. So we got the family there.
Versus Steve
and
Harvey.
Yeah, and then we'll have our
versus Joe Estevez and Werewolf.
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, but and then we have our 2015 series coming up sooner than you would think in the beginning of February, and then we're going to be doing best spy movies, which I think that was one that and I'm kind of spacing on his name, the guy from the Schmodown that always talks like forever and like makes the shows go long. Yeah, Adam Witt. He wants to be on best spy movies. So yeah, sorry, I was having a brain fart on his name, but that's a little preview though of some movies coming up. So yeah, but Adam Witt, we love having you on, even if you love talking, because so do I. So does like some of our other.
So I was gonna say, is it gonna be
on the
half
show,
the
like,
tournament just gonna be James Bond movies versus everything else?
Maybe we'll see. I don't know. Like,
it's gonna be all 25 Bond movies.
There'll be a lot of James Bond movies on there. Yeah,
filling the other 40 spots with spy movies.
It might be the only way to do a James Bond movie. It's like James Bond versus like all other spy movies.
Yeah.
But that'll do it for us tonight. So it was a lot of fun. So yeah, we finally got to 100 episodes, and we'll think of something cool to do when we get to 100 tier rankers. We've been going a little heavier on the tournament fights, but we'll think of something interesting to do. We just haven't come up with it yet, but when we do, we'll let you know. So yeah, but that'll do it. So for Steven, for Richie, for Chris, for Jacob, for Austin, for Malcolm Lay, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.